Welcome back to another edition of Take a Pitch. We got a guest today, Billy.
Yes, sir.
We have JP from Player T Party on Instagram.
How's it going, guys?
How you doing? Glad you can make it.
Thanks so much for having me. First ever podcast promoting this page, so I'm pretty excited to be here with you guys. It's an honor.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about the page real quick? Just start it off.
Yikes, where to begin, huh? Well, you guys are all wearing Player Tees today.
Yeah.
So what do you like most about Player Tees?
They're cheap. Well, cheaper than jerseys.
Got mine
They're
for
cheaper
30
than jerseys,
bucks.
right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, I would say, I bought my first Player Tee, and I've been hooked ever since. I don't know why. I loved buying obscure players. The funniest player I could find, I had to be the only guy in the stadium, only guy in school with that player on my back for whatever reason. I think it stemmed from me being a Mariners fan in Boston, so that was a little obscure in itself. And then my love from Player Tees just spiraled from there to the clearance rack, to TJ Maxx, to
There you go.
wherever you could find a funny Player Tee.
Hey, we got TJ Maxx right here.
Might stop by. Maybe I'll find a Benny Agbayani Player Tee or something there.
Hey.
Ooh, there you go.
But yeah, and then last December, January, this past December, January, I had a day off from work, and I figured, what the heck, I'm going to put these Player Tees in the attic. Let me do something with them. And I thought, what the hell, I'll take some pictures of them, see what I can make for puns. My fantasy baseball league we've had for 15 plus years. That's all we've been doing. We always just make puns, punny team names back and forth with one another. And I figured, all right, I'll put this to use. So figured, what the hell? And now we're climbing up, and we're doing well so far.
What's your fantasy baseball team name?
Right now it is _Generation X for Scooter Jeanette.
Love it.
I like
Old
that.
wrestling
Love
reference.
I like that.
But
Brilliant.
it's been everything over the years, man. I don't even know how many team names I had. And I actually used to have a website called Dirty Fantasy Baseball. And so we had, thousands of team names back then, and that's all we would do. We would just list team names by category, and they would just be as punny can be.
Cool.
And, so
Nice.
that
I like that.
wouldn't have worked nowadays politically. So that was kind of
this podcast
stashed.
sometimes,
Yeah,
don't worry.
well,
2019's been a risky year
oh yeah,
so
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
So
Yeah, doing what I can to
gotta
keep it politically
gotta
correct,
keep it politically correct.
and have fun and make puns and bring light to the Player T-ness.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely.
What's the most obscure one you've seen at a game that you haven't been wearing?
Oh God,
'Cause
man.
I know Billy and I when we go to games, I'll send him like the most random jersey I found. Like I found a Mets bullpen catcher one, Dave Racanello. I was literally sitting behind a guy wearing a Dave Racanello jersey.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, and then we saw a Josh Smoker jersey,
Okay, yeah.
and not even just a regular Josh Smoker jersey. It was one of the camo ones.
Oh yeah.
So this guy went out of his way to get it.
Yeah. My favorite one that I've seen is probably John Jaha. I love John Jaha, old A's slugger back in the day. And then last week, 2 weeks ago, when we were road tripping, we were in Cincinnati. We saw Ryan Freel Player T, who died. I don't know. I think he committed suicide a few years back.
Yeah.
So he,
Condolences.
not to shine light on that, but he was a very funny, obscure player
Yes.
Wow.
in
Yeah.
his day. So
Wow.
that was a good one. Never thought I'd see a Ryan Freel Player T, but
Yeah, that's out there.
so yeah. There's been countless Player T's jerseys that I've seen that I just can't help but do a double take, and all the girls think I'm staring at them. Nope. Staring at their Player T.
Just the name on the back.
So yeah, my girlfriend might get a little jealous every time I catch a glimpse at one of these nice ladies walking down the concourse area. Oh, I'm not looking at their boobs. I'm not looking at their butt. I'm looking right at their Player T.
Uh-oh.
I think it's the new tagline for
Watch out.
for your page right
It could
there.
be. It could be.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's great.
So hopefully I can
Phenomenal.
share my love and spread my love of Player T's to you guys and
Absolutely.
the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I just got mine
There we
today,
go.
actually.
Nice.
At Modell's.
There you go.
Shout out Modell's, man. $30
Giancarlo right there.
Yo, no free ads. Come on.
$30.
Yeah, we'll bleep it out. Don't
All
worry.
right. We don't give free ads.
I'm just letting you guys know that this is a great Player T, right?
John Carlos.
Wore for the occasion,
It's great on the
You-
shelf.
right?
It's
up-
not very obscure though. That's the only
it's not
problem.
obscure. I wasn't going for obscure.
Like Max is going with Mike Piazza over there. That's
but I
pretty
had
good.
I had a
That's-
Wilmer Flores.
he
so
had a
it
Wilmer
works.
Flores. Yep.
Listen, I know.
That's all right. You didn't get the memo.
Listen, I didn't get the
We'll fill
memo.
you in next time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it was $30. I thought I can't pass this up.
You overpaid
Right.
just like the Yankees did for him.
What the fuck you mean overpaid? Listen, I wasn't spending $100 on a jersey.
That's true.
Oh, that's fair.
No, you're
I
right.
will say though, Player T's have come a long way in terms of the comfort, and also in terms of the price too. They're
Yeah,
softer than they've
definitely.
ever been now.
Right.
But some of these stadiums are charging $40,
Unreal,
$38. When I was getting them back in high school, they were $20, $25.
Yeah.
They've almost doubled in
Yeah.
price. Fenway's up to 40, 45.
City
Jeez,
Field's
it's
at 40, I
unbelievable.
think. 39, 40.
So
And people wearing the jerseys as if they're about to sub in for one of the players.
that's
like,
true, too.
relax.
That's
Yo,
true, too.
chill. I wear my
Relax.
Gary Carter jersey every game I go to.
And who you subbing
That's
in for?
throwback.
That's true. It's
Trying
throwback.
to take a time machine.
Dude,
Yeah.
I wish I could have seen Gary Carter play. I
Okay.
wish I could have seen him play.
Yeah.
A little
so,
off topic.
Well, you talk about Time Machine.
You know,
Shush.
you know. So,
But
yeah.
no, now I'm gonna be on the lookout for more obscure player tees.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
No
If you
doubt.
guys
No
ever
doubt.
see any, take some pictures, send them our way, make some funny puns with them, and
Definitely.
we'll shout you guys out for sure.
Definitely. And shout out the
And tell your
Instagram.
friends.
Shout out the Instagram page one more time, just so
Yeah,
they know.
It's at Player Tea Party.
At Player Tea Party.
PLAYER,
Mhm.
T spelled out, TEE, and party. Yeah.
Nice.
And we will
Shoot him a
also
follow.
Thanks, guys.
Just do it.
Shout him out in posts and
Yeah.
stories. And
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually post a few times a week. Try to get as much fresh, all original content, by the way.
Great.
Nothing that we've repurposed that we've stolen from somewhere else.
Right.
I know someone who stole from us.
Who's that?
I'm
I don't know,
not,
he's
I'm
a
not saying
Mariner,
names.
actually. He's a Mariner too.
Is
I'm
his
not
favorite
saying
day of the
names.
week Sunday?
I think so. Yeah.
It is. Not Saba though. The day after.
Shares the same last name as a certain Met that threw a no hitter.
Right.
You know.
No.
We're just dropping hints here. Not gonna name him though.
Domingo Santana.
Domingo,
K-Lo-K, bro.
what you doing? What's up?
I want my Jackie creds.
Hate to see you guys rag on my Mariners, but he is on the
You know.
DL, so we kind of
Well, he's got plenty of time to listen to us then.
exactly.
It happens.
Exactly.
It happens.
We're coming
It
for you,
happens.
Domingo.
It happens. By the way, I'm the local Yankee fan. I know I haven't been on. You know, I've been listening. You know, to the podcast. I do project management. Also, part owner of the production company. And I haven't. This is my first podcast. I'm jumping on.
Oh, I
with
just
you
found
guys.
my local crowbar. Hold on one second.
Oh, there. And I'll tell you what. I've been listening, and the Yankees did not get enough credit. I'm looking at you,
You
Yup.
can look at me. You,
Billy. I'm looking
you
at
can't
Billy.
look at me. I shout out the Yankees, and I
Hold
talk
on.
about Yankee players.
I was talking about how deep they were, that lineup. Listen, we talk about the Yankees positively.
You want to talk about the Yankees right now?
Positively.
We could talk about the Yankees right now. Best
ahead.
records in the MLB. Let's start there. Yankees 88-47. What are you guys rooting for the Astros? Yeah,
I'm always rooting for the Astros.
always rooting for the
I love
Astros.
the Astros.
You want to read that?
Ever since Craig Biggio, I've been an Astros.
Can you
guy.
read? Can you read this? What
am I
what
reading?
place are in the Astros in?
In the Major League Baseball, they're a game back of the best record.
Yeah?
One game. Let's say the
88 and
Yankees lose
47.
tonight.
That could change tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, let's say the Yankees lose tonight and the Astros win. All
Okay.
of this, let's say the Astros break off a 3-game winning streak, the Yankees break off a 4-game losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
This content right here is for nothing.
We're versus Oakland.
That is the
We're
most.
versing Oakland.
That's what Oakland has been
Oakland's good.
fantastic, and it has also beat the Yankees in every game.
That's
they've
a
played against
perfect
this year.
segue to the playoff race we want to talk about.
It is sure. Go.
So the A's are actually in the second wild card, right? Or the first
Yeah, it's
wild card?
Tampa, and then Oakland, I
yeah.
believe. Yeah,
It's Tampa and Oakland, right?
Tampa, Oakland.
I think that as much as everybody's talking
Someone-
about
Oh no,
the-
Cleveland. Sorry,
Cleveland,
One of
yes.
them's a game back. I
Yeah,
think Oakland might be
and
a
then
game back.
Tampa's a game back of Oakland.
Yeah. Either way, they're all within.
And then
Couple
Boston's
games.
5.5 out.
Yeah, Boston's
Yeah.
5.5, and
Yeah.
they're the long shot. But do you think they can make it? I mean, it's 5.5. They have a
Boston?
good team.
Boston, no shot. I'm from Boston, and I'm not. I have no faith. I listen to Boston radio every
right.
day,
What's the vibe around Boston?
and the diehards still think there's a shot. The Boston radio personalities rag on them all the time for their bullpen, lack thereof.
wow, it
Excuse me.
sounds like the Mets.
I mean,
That's
they had no
every team.
bullpen last year. They just kind of came alive late, and this year they did zero to bolster the bullpen. They got rid of Kimbrel. They got nobody else.
Joe Kelly left as well.
Joe Kelly left, which good riddance. They tried to put Evaldi in the bullpen. He blew chunks. I mean, there's nobody. They have nobody. No one in Boston that's a casual fan knows more than two guys in the bullpen.
really?
Back in the day, everyone used to know everybody in the bullpen. Now, I mean, it used to be Koji Uehara, it used to be Tazawa, it used to be, all these guys, on, and now you can't name a single guy from the bullpen.
I was
It's
waiting to see
unbelievable.
how many obscure players you would go rattle off with all the T-shirts you've seen.
Oh God, who
But,
did they have? They
sensational.
had the old Pirates closer. They had Melanson.
Melanson, yep.
They had oh god.
He's with the Braves now. I mean, the Braves bullpen is looking good too.
Yeah. Oh,
Looking
that's
good, but,
nice. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they have the talent.
They have the yes. On paper, Shane Green is not what he has been, but that's
He's
a
also
different
not
story.
the best Shane in baseball.
Sorry, I forgot Scott Williamson. Carry on.
I'm just gonna drop real quick. I gotta interject.
What is this regarding?
This is regarding the World Series predictions.
Okay.
I just got to get this out here before I forget.
All right.
All right. Yankees, Dodgers.
Yep.
I'm not going to say who wins because I don't want to jinx anything. You know what I'm saying?
Well, both teams are going to choke.
Really?
Yeah,
I
neither
don't
team has ever choked recently in the playoffs.
No,
Not
never.
at all.
Never.
I don't see that happening again for sure.
No recent history.
No,
Mm,
not
you know,
whatsoever.
you know.
Yankees pitching. Oh, their starting pitching is built for the postseason for sure.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Fantastic.
Mike Talkman's
I'm
gonna
going
be a
home.
postseason legend.
Yeah, they're all the most
be
durable
honest-
starters in the league. They
Yeah.
have a great bullpen, but when they're
Well,
down 10-6 going into the 7th inning, it's tough to come back from that.
To be honest, though, it is the players that you don't expect
I'm shook.
that are the playoff heroes.
Right, Mike Talkman or
It's not going
I'm
to be
shook.
Aaron Judge or
All
Gleyber
right.
Torres
Yeah.
or fucking anybody.
No, you're right. It's gonna be guys like Mike Talkman, Mike.
Yeah, Luke
Mike
Voigt's
Ford.
going to come up
Yeah.
and fill the void for them.
Yeah.
+1 on the puns. It's a +1.
We should just get a pun counter.
Get the pun tracker.
I wish I had a pitch count.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Little pitch count. So.
You should get a radar gun because these are coming in hot.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's gonna be a
Oh,
fun
no.
episode. This gonna be a fun one.
But
Oh,
you
man.
you guys were talking about the Astros before
Correct.
this.
Yes.
Maybe you want to shed some light a little bit. Educate
some
me.
light.
Educate me.
Before
why
we
do
do,
you
before
think
we
the
do that,
Astros?
Matt,
I'll
what
go
neighborhood
last.
do you live in? Are you close
Oh.
by?
Glaverhood.
Neighborhood.
Ah,
There you go.
I like that.
I'm giving him another +1.
All right, carry on.
Put a +1 on there.
Max, you could give your reasoning why the Astros are better.
I mean, you told me this morning. We were talking about AL ERA leaders. 1, 2, and 3 all reside down in Houston.
Yep.
That rotation is unreal, and I think 4 or 5, one of them.
The top four.
Top
I
four.
believe.
Because Wade
We'll fact
Miley's
check.
having an unreal year. Somehow, some way, he's got a sub 3.2 ERA, along with 3 guys who have a sub 3 ERA. Now,
Oh no, Charlie Morton right before him.
oh, so it's Morton then Miley.
Yeah.
Verlander.
Morton, former Astro too.
Yeah. of
Right,
course.
exactly. Something with this. Who's the Astros pitching coach? First of all,
I don't know. I want him.
right? Listen, I like Phil Regan as a Mets pitching coach, but give me the Astros pitching coach, whoever he is. Yo, he had that on the back of his Players Weekend shirt
I
jersey
know,
too. I
I
love
know.
that. An 82-year-old guy getting in the spirit. I love that, bro. That's
OD.
some
They
player
all
tees you got to
clearly
get
love him.
going.
That's true. Yeah, the nickname ones, those are good. Did you guys like those? You like the black and white, and you like
Oh,
the
fucking
nicknames on there?
hated it. I fucking hated
I
it.
like the idea of it.
Yeah.
Classy.
That they're all like, they're all
Classy.
equal, but
I think if they get a
I
little
like-
more creative and a little punnier, I think it
Yes.
would work. But
Yeah.
some of the
Of course.
names are just very generic.
like-
and
Like
I
DeGrom
like-
went with DeGrom.
what did you have? What
well,
did
some
DeGrom
guys
have?
don't.
DeGrom.
You
He
had
That's all he
DeGrom.
had?
Yeah.
I mean, last year he had
Jesus.
Jake. I mean, that's not a nickname either.
I
But
mean, I'd put
like
team on my back.
I like the Lily Classic jerseys, the Berg
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
like
the
what the
Pirates,
Pirates had,
and
yeah.
who'd they play?
The Cubs.
The Cubs, and
Yeah,
what did they
Cubbies.
say? Cubbies. Yeah, I
Well,
like
he
that.
should have
I
had. He
thought
should
that
have
was
had his
cool.
catcher that day. Like whoever it was, Ramos should have been DeBride, and he should have been DeGrom, and it would have been a perfect marriage.
That is actually
1-2 right there,
fantastic.
right?
Absolutely.
Honestly, if
So-
if they thought like if you knew this far in advance that the pitching matches would be this, I would say more players. I would probably DM all these players. Do this, do this, do
Yeah.
it like that.
Yep.
Slide in, bro.
You know. Unfortunately, they pick these names in spring training,
Yeah.
so you never know. Like
bad.
I think the only reason names were changed this year was because of Tyler Skaggs. Unfortunately,
Mm.
I think there was 9 players that were paying
Something
tribute
like
to
that,
him,
yeah.
but then they ended up wearing their nicknames that they picked the next 2 games. They did it on a Friday night.
Yeah, they did it on the Memorial Day.
Yeah, they did the Friday night of
Like
Players
MLB
Weekend.
had them do it that night.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, every team wore the 45 patch, which was I think
Yes.
they should have been wearing it all year, honestly. Or
Every team?
the rest. I think every team should have.
Okay.
I think
Why?
because you look at it, everybody talks about baseball as a brotherhood.
I guess. Yeah. Okay.
it is,
Okay.
and
So
you
like,
know,
so for Jose Fernandez, they should have as well.
should have done that as well. Yep.
Okay.
Corey Lytle back in the day.
Okay.
You know,
Gotcha.
I think baseball as a community, yeah, it hit the Angels family harder. But if we're looking at it as baseball as a community, every team should have worn it.
So God forbid 5 or 6 players die in one season. What do you do in that
Load up the
situation?
Load up the sleeve with patches.
Yeah.
It's not like anything goes on the sleeves anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Yes,
not
they
like
do.
football.
No
with the
ads or
numbers.
anything or no numbers. Yeah.
They have patches.
Right, they have patches.
So
But
you're
it's
saying
only on one
remove the
sleeve
team
usually.
patch? No, not always. What are you talking about? On like Memorial years and stuff. Like
Well, no, he's saying if, God forbid, 5 active players die in 1 year,
I get it. Yes.
put a line or put like 2, 2, and 1 on the sleeve of the memorial patches.
Okay. They can make them smaller.
Because it's
Yeah.
not like they put numbers on the sleeves regularly. Not every team has the logo on the sleeves.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck it, load up the patches on that one
Yeah.
sleeve.
Yeah.
Fair
Wow,
enough.
we've gone.
What
jumped all
about
over.
giving the guys an option and then the 3 guys that don't are the huge dicks that everyone calls out? Dude, why aren't you wearing that Nick Aidenhart patch?
Asshole of
that
the
guy
Year
was an
award goes
asshole.
to you.
I didn't like him. Oh, well, you're a dick. Why aren't you wearing that Daryl Kyle player tee? Well, or player tee patch. It's so stuck on my. I wish I had a Daryl Kyle player tee. Man, that would be nice. Corey Lytle
Jeez.
one, man. Anyway,
Oh, just don't bring the Corey Lytle one on planes.
didn't mean to shine a light on that situation.
I know you know.
Jeez. We got the Roy Halladay ones too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to the playoff races because that's where we kind of
Let's do it.
Uh-oh.
off the rails.
Listen, I said what I had to say, so I'm going to pass it to you guys. What do you think?
Now, go on, Max.
What do you
Finish-
think?
Well, we
finish.
were talking about the A's at first, so let's kind of jump back there before Matt kind of derailed us.
No.
I didn't
Just
do...
finish what he was saying. All right. I'll just do it since he wants to fucking be a little baby about it right now.
Typical.
The Yankees, who on earth is even their top starter right now? Tanaka
Tanaka and Paxton.
Yeah.
and Paxton. Oof. Hey, oof.
Oh,
Greatest
well,
1-2 punch right there.
Versus the Astros of Verlander, Garrett Cole, Greinke, Miley, because they go to 4-man
Good
rotations
guys,
in
good
the
guys.
playoffs, right? Yes, the Yankees have the bullpen, but you can't overwork a bullpen in the playoffs.
I
right?
agree.
The Astros also don't need a bullpen.
They don't.
No, they don't.
Their guys these are all guys that do go deep into games as well.
Fair.
And besides that, like, even though they don't need to use the bullpen as much as the Yankees will have to, their bullpen is also very locked down. You know?
Will Smith, Will Harris, sorry.
Harris,
Yeah.
Ryan Presley has been fantastic.
I
this
thought you were
year.
going to say Will Smith.
Yeah, no, I
Will
forgot he
Smith.
stayed with the Giants.
Osuna?
Oh,
Roberto
yeah.
Osuna?
Osuna is the closer.
I thought of the
Um,
actor, to be honest with you.
Not
There's
the
a
Dodgers
few Will
catcher?
Smiths. There's 3
Yeah.
There's a few Will
Dodgers
Smith.
in the
catcher.
MLB right now.
I didn't even
yeah.
know that.
But only one in the major leagues.
Only one gets jiggy with it.
There's another +1, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, no, his
Their
walk-up music was.
Offenses,
Oh, no way.
their offenses are very comparable,
Mm.
especially if they do get Stanton back. Then you might even give a slight edge in power.
I can't tell
The
you when
Yankees.
Stanton's coming back.
I don't think anybody
I think
can.
he's-
I'm not
he's-
seeing
But-
into the future.
Also, Sevy's coming back soon, Severino.
Yep.
And what are they
Well,
going to do with him?
well. That'll serve him well in the playoffs too.
Yeah.
He's a great playoff pitcher.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
fantastic.
He'll go
But-
2 1/3, let up 7. That's fine.
They were talking about using
I'm just
him
letting
in
you
the
guys
bullpen
know
for the
real
rest
quick.
of the
I'm
way.
the only person wearing a Yankee shirt
Yes.
right
Hence
now.
the ragging.
By choice.
Everyone.
By choice.
I feel like I'm getting ganged up on. Like this is.
Hey, man, I'm going to the Yankee game tomorrow.
Listen, I don't know, man.
Hey, I'm not
No,
a Mets fan,
I-
but this is Mets country.
This is yeah.
This is Mets
I'm
country.
sitting in front of a banner.
I wouldn't wear this Edgardo Alfonso jersey
My
for
favorite
anybody.
player when I was a kid.
Mm.
Well,
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
you can wear it down in Brooklyn. He's the manager of the Cyclones.
Is he really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, who knew?
Me.
Yeah.
Look at that. Besides Max.
Well, it's funny. I was watching MLB Central this morning,
Yeah.
actually, and they had Scott Rogowski on.
Yeah.
And they were doing some sort of, like, naming these players, naming old Mets. And for Edgardo Alfonso, they had a picture of Carl Crawford.
Oh,
Oh, my
no.
Lord.
I'm not. it was
No.
so bad, I had to take a picture of it.
Oh, God.
It was brutal.
we
Crawford.
gotta
No way.
put that on the.
No.
Let me see that.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh, gee.
And they didn't realize. Nobody realized till after.
That is horrible.
Anyone still play
That is-
HQ?
HQ.
It's
Scott
no,
Rogowski.
I gave up.
Yeah. A couple months.
He's
it
a
was
Mets
fun.
fan.
Big
Is
Mets
he?
fan.
Yeah.
Big Mets fan. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, he back to the Astros.
Houston.
Yeah. I mean,
I think
they line up nicely, dude. If you look on paper,
Mm-hmm.
they line up nicely. But the way things are going, if they get a healthy Carlos Correa, I think that is really the thing that's like already from definitely them winning to like no fucking shot that the Yankees have anything if Carlos Correa is completely healthy.
And I think the biggest thing.
Well, you
with
heard
that-
it here, folks.
I think the biggest thing of that is home field advantage too. If you're playing that bandbox of Yankee Stadium, you're getting slugfest. But if you're playing in Houston, you might get a couple pitchers duels where it comes down to the Astros strength versus the Yankee strength.
Well, left field they get the Crawford boxes.
Yeah.
Those are
Right.
pretty short. But everywhere else it's
But again,
Yes.
everywhere else.
yeah.
But
the Yankee Stadium as a whole,
also-
it's small.
Yeah.
also just in reference to the year 2019, no
True.
such thing as a pitcher's duel that much.
That's
really.
true.
You're right.
Mm.
That's true.
I'll give the edge to the Astros in terms of lineup experience because they do have comparable lineups. But you look at guys like Gleyber and Gary and even Judge.
Mhm.
They haven't been in the league too long. Tauchman, you were saying
Yeah.
before, and you put those guys up that have similar numbers, similar type players,
Mhm.
but veterans like Altuve and Bregman and
Don't
Springer
forget Brantley.
and Brantley, of
I
course,
forgot, yeah.
real veteran there.
Leading
the
the
MLB
majors in
and
hitting.
hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who could forget your Jordan this year, who's been huge for them. He's the X factor that
He's
no
unreal.
one thought was going to be Rookie of the Year candidate this year.
Definitely.
In 67 games.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's unbelievable. And I mean that right there, from 1 to 7 at least, is in my opinion the best lineup in baseball.
And then who's their
Combine that
catcher?
with-
Chirinos?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
and he-
ridiculous.
He's actually been decent since he went over to Houston.
And then they have a,
and
then there's
Gurriel, I forgot about Gurriel.
Right, and then there's DH
He's
spot.
he's what? He's had his
First base.
most home runs, most RBIs in his career already.
Yep.
Well, I feel like
Kid's
a lot.
raking.
I feel like we got to take that with
Josh
a grain
Reddick.
of salt because
Yeah, that's
balls
true.
are flying like crazy.
That's true.
Rob Manfred saying, we didn't do anything to the baseballs. No, you fucking did something.
Absolutely.
To the fact that a rookie has 42 home runs. We'll get into this a little bit later, but it's the end of August.
Yep.
Like the only other guys who had more were
Yeah,
Aaron
Bell-
Judge, who's an absolute unit of a human being,
And played
and a
in-
guy who
All
took-
right.
and played in Yankee Stadium.
Right, and a
Don't
guy who
forget
took
that.
PEDs.
Who he could
All
hit
right.
other way.
What about Bellinger? He had 39 in his rookie year too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
He was right
Yeah.
up there.
He has
He's a big boy though.
Yeah,
Like
he's
I don't put it past
yeah,
him.
yeah.
You know.
he's got a sweet swing too. He does.
Yes. Lefty. He's got a very nice swing. Makes very hard contact.
Yeah.
You know. He's huge.
So back
He's
to
been
you.
doing it since Little League.
yeah.
exactly
Literally. Yeah. You see videos.
T-ball.
Yeah.
So Matt, back to you.
Mm.
Yankees are not going to win the World Series or make the World Series.
I wouldn't say not.
I
No,
don't.
my pick's the Astros.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it is definitely very possible.
Oh, it is.
You
It's a
know.
two-team. It's a two-team race in the American League.
Emphasis
It will
on
go
the
down to
very
game
possible.
7.
I think the Astros clearly have the pitching, but I think
Yes.
that there will be 2 starts at least where their pitching is going to falter, and the Yankees are going to score 10 runs. But I think overall they have enough pitching and enough guns and enough power on offense that they're just going to outlast the Yankees, outslug them, and the Yankees aren't going to be able to answer because of their lack of pitching.
Right.
And
Fair.
it's
How they
probably going to
stacked
go
up
to
against
7.
the other
It's-
teams.
What's that?
Well, how the Yankees pitching stacks up against the other teams
Right,
is what
correct.
got you.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, just looking at it, yeah, it's probably going to go to 7 because the teams are so even and they're both
Right.
so stacked.
Mhm.
But the Astros will outlast them, in my opinion,
All
just
right.
because they're a little more well-rounded overall.
Yeah.
Fair.
And my question is, what if one of these AL Central contenders happens to sneak in and give the Yankees or the Astros a run for their money? Because these are two capable teams
The
in the AL.
Indians, the Indians, I think, are the only ones that have a shot just because they've been there before. They've got the manager. They've got your favorite guy, Shane Bieber.
Not Justin.
Not Justin.
Yeah, Twins are a nice flash in the pan. They're the biggest beneficiaries, I think, to this new juiced ball era.
Yeah.
I don't think they have
Yeah.
much more. Barrios is a nice pitcher, and they've had some other guys that have pitched
Stepped up,
well this year.
yeah.
Pineda's been surprisingly decent, things like that.
Former
but-
Mariner, former Yankee.
Exactly, yeah. But I don't know. I don't see them making a run in the playoffs. But the
You don't-
Indians have pretty well-rounded
They're
team
solid,
themselves.
no?
Yeah.
So you don't think that the Twins, with all this power that they do have, if they get into a short series in Yankee Stadium, might not cause problems to the Yankees?
They'll cause problems, sure, and like I said, they're a nice flash in the pan. They're a nice, fun team, and they'll have a couple games where they'll put up a lot of runs. But I think the Yankees are a little, well, last them a little bit
I think that's gonna be a fun series to watch
for
though,
sure.
if it gets to that.
For
point.
sure.
I think every series is
Well,
going to be
yeah,
very
it's
fun to
playoff
watch.
baseball.
Exciting.
No, but I'm saying this year in particularly, not
Yeah.
just for the fact that it's playoff baseball.
Are you
I
talking
think
about
that like every team is actually genuinely good
throughout
Yeah.
the major leagues or just in the AL? You're talking about?
in the major leagues,
Okay.
especially the AL though. Those, I mean, it's blowout.
I mean, that field is
It's like decided, and it's August.
yeah, that field is pretty much set with you got the Yankees most likely winning the East unless Tampa has a miracle comeback. You got the only real race here is the wild card in the Central with the Twins 3.5 up on the Indians as of Friday, August 30th. The White Sox 22 back. They're out of it. No shot.
No,
Yeah,
really?
the only way now that the Indians I think can pass the Twins is if they play them in a couple series till the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
If they're
Right.
just playing their neutral schedules, I think the Twins will be able to hold on. But I think if they play each other and Cleveland can sneak out a few, that's going to be the difference maker right there.
Right, and then
Yeah.
Houston and Oakland. That's a 9-game difference. Houston leading that. The wild card though is it's kind of fun to look at.
Yeah,
we were
absolutely.
talking about Boston being 5.5 back. The Rays 1 back. Cleveland a 1.5 up on Oakland for the home field advantage.
That one-game playoff, honestly, is my favorite thing that's happened to baseball since black players. Honestly, it's I mean, that was a great addition years ago. Jackie Robinson, he was the man. But anyways,
We had a pretty good post on Jackie Robinson, by the way.
you
It was
guys
a
did.
very, very good post.
But since then, yeah, the one-game playoff has I think been my next best addition to the game of baseball. It's been unbelievable. Nothing like that one-game excitement.
It's provided a lot
man.
of great games too.
Absolutely, yeah. Some come down to some walk-offs, extra inning games. I mean, games that you wouldn't normally stay up for. You're staying up late, getting to work late for those games. It's phenomenal. And it really rewards the division winners too, and sets the wild card team back a pitcher going into the next round. I mean, it's great.
It adds strategy, and it also gave
Absolutely.
us a game 163 last year.
Sure,
with
yep.
the Cubs and the Brewers.
Sure.
So I think when it comes to this one-game playoff, it's really come down to who's got the deeper rotation going forward.
Absolutely.
So I think with Tampa being a game back, I think they have a shot to even get home field advantage. Now I want to know if Tampa gets home field advantage, how filled does that stadium get?
Very.
Not
Think
at
so?
all.
Yes. Every single time they've been in the playoffs, it's been filled.
It
What do you
depends.
mean?
It depends who they play, because if they play the Red Sox, it'll be filled. If
Yeah.
they play the Yankees, it'll be filled. If they
Oh,
play
yeah.
anybody else, it'll be playoffs
Ghost town.
max 3/4 full is my guess.
When
And I wasn't saying max to you. I was saying
Mm.
when Longo hit that walk-off home run,
yeah.
Game 163, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Or 62.
that's a playoff game.
Yeah.
That's 163.
Was that
Who are they
completely
playing?
sold out?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, because
Okay.
they don't draw anyone.
Because I
But they
remember
do for
Braves
playoffs.
playoff games, Marlins playoff games. Those weren't sold out.
Right.
There's been maybe World Series was full
Well, the Braves are going to start selling out a lot more
now
nowadays.
for sure.
You think so?
Oh, no, so.
Mm.
That team is
For
unreal.
sure.
They got the National League Venezuelan Mike Trout.
The Venezuelan Mike
No,
Trout.
You're right. That's the closest comp.
Is he making?
Not yet.
making
He
that
will.
much, yeah.
Ronald Acuna Jr. Remember the name.
Oh yes.
He's younger than
The
everybody in this room.
second best Venezuelan player in the major leagues. 2,
Mm.
I got nothing.
Felix.
Ah.
There you go. I was going to say Miggy.
That's true too.
They're friends.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Wait, let me
always a
double
fun
check.
battle
Make
to
sure he's
watch.
not from Colombia.
No, he is.
I think he's from
Double check.
Venezuela.
He
Okay.
is. He is. They're buds.
There you go.
I was trying to figure out where you were going with that one.
Oh, it's got to
Yeah,
be. It
I
always
was-
comes back to the Mariners with me. Always. Either player tees or the Mariners.
I've actually meant to ask earlier. So you being from Boston,
Yes.
how did that interest in the Mariners come into play? Like, why aren't you a Red Sox fan?
It's a great question. I've never
know.
heard that in my life, actually.
Really?
Really?
No. Every single.
You got to add to the audience, you know? You got to add to the audience.
Well
Exactly.
then.
No, I do love actually. I love getting that question because it brings me back to my childhood when the Mariners actually made me smile.
Yeah.
Now they do nothing but make me upset and piss
I
me
hear
off.
you.
to
Just
no
remember,
end.
you're in a room with a couple of Mets fans, so we
Okay,
get it.
that's fair. So yeah, but you guys at least made it to what, the CS or the World Series a couple years ago?
We got a
World
banner
Series
right
few years
there.
ago, That's right.
We led them about
That's
70% of the games, and then
Yep.
they broke our heart every game.
Yep. Yeah, you know when the last time
They
Mariners
led
made
in
it to the
every
World
game.
Series was?
Mm.
Never.
Never.
So, anyways, yeah, it was the 90s. I was a 90s kid growing up. I grew up with the likes of A-Rod and Griffey and Edgar and Randy and
Ichiro
Buhner
Suzuki.
and even before Ichiro. Ichiro was, you know what? I
01.
lied. Ichiro
Ichiro
was my
was
first
01.
player tee in 7th grade.
Oh.
Really?
My dad got me an Ichiro player
right.
tee. There you go. First one that I remember. Maybe
How'd
I
I
had
know?
more growing up, but nope, I lied. It was Ken Griffey when I was
I
a kid.
take it back. I take it back.
I was a real little kid. I found a
Retracting the
picture of
high
me with a
five.
Ken Griffey player tee. But Ichiro is the first one that I remember requesting and asking my dad for. He was in Seattle on a trip, and so I remember I wore it to first
Yeah.
day of school. Oh, it was great.
He was really good in
What?
MLB The Show, the game.
Backyard baseball
Yeah.
too.
Backyard
Backyard
baseball.
baseball,
He was
yep.
solid.
Give me
Yep.
a Pablo
Fast.
Sanchez player too.
Fast.
That would be nice. I would, man. If I backyard baseball though, I'd go a lot more before I'd go Pablo, just because of the mediocrity that
Oh, you're
is
talking about
involved.
just for the
in-
player tees?
Just for player tees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say Pablo's number one draft
No,
pick every
yeah,
time.
of course. But for player tees, I'm like a big Ronnie Dobbs guy. Maybe a
Pete Wheeler.
yeah. Pete Wheeler was legit. Yeah.
Keisha Phillips.
Keisha was good. Keisha was good.
A lot of power
I'm
from
trying
that
to
big
think.
bitch.
I was like a Reese Worthington guy. Remember
Alright.
Reese Worthington, that little blonde guy?
Yeah.
Jorge
who-
Garcia.
Who was the one in the wheelchair?
Hip, hip.
Kenny, right?
Kenny Kawaguchi. Yeah.
Kawaguchi. Yep.
Ahmed
Yeah.
Khan.
So Ahmed Khan, honestly, was my favorite hitter.
Mine too.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked
Yep.
I liked batting with him
Me
more
too.
than Pablo.
Me too.
Pablo I liked having because he was more versatile.
Right, because you would
Yep.
win games.
Right. He could pitch, he could play outfield, he could run. Ahmed, in my opinion, was my favorite hitter, though. Favorite home
doubt.
run hitter, favorite power hitter.
Yep.
I'd
He
put
was the
Ahmed
man.
in the 3, Keisha Phillips in the 4. We're set.
There you go. Most
Okay.
overrated player in backyard baseball, Jocinda Smith.
Sheesh.
Awful.
Yeah.
That's not racist. It's the facts.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. But,
Anyways, carry on. What were we discussing?
Is your dad's a Mariners fan?
Oh, so yeah, back to me liking the Mariners.
I remember
and
that
my
question.
weird, unhealthy infatuation with the Mariners. Yeah, so when I was a kid, I was from Boston. I am from Boston, and I was a strange kid. I mean, nothing's changed, but everyone liked the Red Sox. Everyone was a big Nomar, Movan, Pedro Martinez fans.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I liked my Scott Hattebergs and Tim Narings and whatchamacallit, Mike Lant. Was he there? I don't remember. Butch Huskies. But yeah, I gravitated towards the Mariners and all the players that they had back then. Big Joey Cora fan. And yeah, so my dad actually took me there when I was 9.
to Seattle.
He surprised me to Seattle. This was maybe a year or two after I became a fan. He surprised me. He went on a lot of business trips growing up. And I thought we were going to Baltimore because the plane stopped in Baltimore. So I was like, cool, Dad, I get to come to Baltimore with you. I don't know why. And then I asked the pilot, I was like, where are we going? And he goes, we're going to Seattle. And I just remember running back down the aisle of the plane, being
Pissed
so
off.
excited.
Oh.
Yeah, right? Right? Just thanking my dad to no end that we were going to Seattle. And I went to the old Kingdome, saw... who was it now? Russ Davis walk-off home run. I don't know if you remember Russ Davis, old third baseman from the Mariners.
Okay.
Saw a walk-off home run. Got to see Cal Ripken against the Orioles.
Oh, so you've seen Baltimore?
It
anyway.
actually was against Baltimore. It was funny, a
Sick.
coincidence, but yeah. And I have a few mental images of the Kingdome, but besides that, I didn't take any photos there, so I was kind of bummed about that.
Did you get a player tee as a souvenir?
No, I didn't. I
Oh,
wasn't as
no.
obsessed with player tees 20 plus years ago as I am now, but yeah, so that's how I started liking the Mariners, and they were good then in 95, 96. I mean, I think that was the year they lost to the Yankees in the LC.
95,
yeah,
yeah.
the LCS.
Macklemore has a whole song about that.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's one of my favorite songs.
Was he really?
My
Yeah, it's
birth year.
Yeah,
My,
oh my, about Dave Niehaus, the famous
Announcer.
Mariners announcer.
Okay.
Great song.
That's right, that was 95. Yeah, the quote.
Sick.
And there's a line drive down the left field line. Here comes Joey. Here's Junior at third base. They're gonna wave him in. The throw to the plate will be late. The Mariners are going to play for the American League Championship.
Sick.
I don't believe it. It just continues. My, oh, my.
Legendary.
How do we get onto that?
That was
Rand?
impeccable.
Legendary.
That was well done.
Thank you.
Legendary.
Thank you. It is one of my favorite calls of all time. But
Legendary.
anyways, no one wants to hear Mariners talk on this show.
Hold on. What
Well-
we talk about is East Coast, so it's a nice little
Well-
breath
Okay.
of fresh air.
All right. We're going left coast, I guess, today. That's cool.
We're going all over the place.
North left coast.
Oh, you're right. We are going all over
We're,
the
we're
place.
really
here.
all over the place, but
So we talked about the AL.
This is the AL.
This
Mariners
is.
are proud cellar dwellers in the AL.
The one thing I'll give the Mariners: consistency.
That's correct.
consistency is
You are
key.
absolutely right.
Hey, they were good last
give
year.
you they
Consistency
give you
is
a
key.
glimmer of hope for the first month or two of the season, and then rip your heart out every single year.
So are we Mariners
So-
fans or Mets fans?
Yeah, right.
Same thing.
I think that's
so,
why we're getting along.
So I have something with a Mets to Mariners connection.
Sure.
M to M.
We picked up 2 of your guys in the offseason.
Yes, you
And we
did.
gave you 2 fantastic prospects.
I'm leaving.
You gave us AIDS.
And
We
you're
gave-
stuck with them. And you are stuck. That's incurable right there.
It's
And
incurable.
we gave you a bright future.
You did.
What is your take on
You
that
also-
on that trade?
You also gave us Jay Bruce. Remember that?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
hit what 13 homers in the first 10 games, something like that.
That's true, and batted 160.
Hey, runs are runs.
He had,
That's true.
I think, 2 other hits that were singles, and the rest
Yeah.
were all home runs.
And then he did the same thing when they traded him to Philly. I think his first 6 games he hit 5 jacks.
Yup.
Right, 3 of them against the Mets.
And then and then
Yeah.
went on the DL.
Yep.
Anywho, go on.
So,
Mets career.
what was your take on that trade?
At first, I was pissed because I thought the Mariners, I thought they were close. I thought they were right on the doorstep. They were knocking. They have a lot of guns. They had Paxton. I think that I don't remember if that was before
That was
or
after the Paxton
Right
trade.
after. Okay.
Yeah.
So that whole offseason last year, I was
Must have been gut wrenching for
it
you.
was because I thought with Segura and I mean they had D Gordon and then Paxton, Felix. Felix is kind
Yeah.
of done, but I mean they just had so many guns and I
Yeah.
thought that they were close. I thought they were
Especially
gonna
with a
contend.
good young closer.
Yeah, I thought last year they were going to
Mhm.
contend, and they did up until the last few weeks of the season. I thought
Yeah.
again, same thing this year,
Yep.
but management didn't think that that was in their future plans. They didn't want Cano there for long term.
Yep.
They didn't think Gordon, Segura were going to be long term guys. So, and Paxton, I guess they were right about. He's not really as durable as they
Right.
once thought he was. So yeah, at first it was gut wrenching. I
Yeah.
was furious. I was like, man, you're blowing it up already. You guys are so close. But then I
They pulled the
realized.
Marlins.
Yeah, exactly. But then I realized, all right, yeah, Felix is old. They missed his window. They don't have great pitching. They're going to get some young pitching back. Cano probably isn't going to be an impact player at this point in his career. They got Sheffield from the Yankees. They got a couple other prospects from the Yankees for Paxton. And I thought, all right, I guess I can see this working. And then to start the season, they brought in Domingo Santana, your favorite player. They brought in a couple other guys, and I was like, all right, this is going to be a great gap year. And I got fooled like I do every year. And then come
Bamboozled again.
Yep, come the end of May, beginning of June, back to the cellar. And I'm like, all right, well, at least they have a few guys. They got J.P. Crawford, too, for
Yes.
Segura. That was a big trade for them.
Yeah, that was good.
So, yeah, I like their future.
So are you living vicariously through these former Mariners now? Because I'd say about
Sort
90%
of.
of them are in playoff races.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
not
How
all
about
of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except the Mets ones. But I
I
actually,
was trying to forget.
yeah.
Hey,
I actually
technically,
do love
technically still
Robinson
there.
Cano. He's been a fan of Player Tea Party ever since the first post we did of him.
Yeah?
Really?
He messaged us. He thanked us for our nice words. We spoke to him in Spanish on Player Tea Party. Yeah, he liked a
Hey.
few of our posts we did. Cano is one of the most durable Player Tea names, by the way.
We
You
tried
can- you can do
speaking
a lot with
Spanish
that.
to a
that-
player
Yeah?
in
Didn't work.
DMs.
Didn't work well. We didn't get an answer.
But yeah, no, I love seeing all the Mariners thriving after they leave Seattle. That's great.
Mm.
Nothing better for your team spirit than seeing your former guys do well.
And then Edwin and Robbie made you feel really good.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they always do.
What do you think is wrong with Edwin?
With who?
Edwin Diaz.
Edwin Diaz. Honestly,
What's-
I have no
what's wrong
idea.
with him?
I haven't followed him much this year. It could have been a case
Consider
where
yourself lucky.
What's that?
Consider
Yeah,
yourself
thanks.
lucky.
It could have been a case where he either peaked too quickly, he got in his own head, and he thought he was just kind of like the shit, and then didn't really try as hard. Also, bullpen to me can be a little lucky. I think a lot of relievers are fickle, and it's just kind of the situation they're put in. They're throwing fastballs most of the time, anyways. So
Right.
Yeah.
it's if a guy
In
figures
a
you
league
out.
where everybody's fastball
Yeah.
hitters.
So it could be the new home run thing this year with the balls being juiced. It could be just him throwing fastballs, guys figuring him out and
Yeah.
being able to catch up to 95 to 100. I mean, it could be a variety of things. It could be injuries. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm not. I wish I was an expert and I could figure that out.
Yeah, 'cause we're looking for answers.
Yeah. No, I honestly I don't know because he never really showed signs of any slippage in Seattle. He was always that top of the line young stud closer.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I mean, it happens with everybody. I don't think there's been a closer that's been maybe Mo, but Hoffman had struggles. Like Billy Wagner had struggles.
With the Mets.
Kimbrel had struggles.
This is the first year Kimbrel's actually struggled. His only year that he's
Yeah, he's
ever
had 30
struggled.
saves every
Well,
year.
he was awful in the
30
playoffs for
saves.
the Red Sox.
That's true.
I mean, there's times where every closer struggles. Andrew
Yes.
Miller was the best closer in the league. He was
And
awful
also-
as a starter. Amazing reliever,
Yeah.
and now he's kind of back to mid-threes ERA.
And
Hader
also
was the same way last
that-
year and this year.
That's a big thing with relievers is you can't really look at the ERA
Yep.
because they're pitching one inning,
Yeah.
so they give up 3 runs in one
Sure.
inning.
If they come
That's
in,
a
if they
27
come in for
ERA.
7, 8, 9 batters, or if they come in a lefty specialist, he throws to a lefty 5 times in a row. His ERA is going to be 0.
Yeah,
Right,
Doesn't-
Jerry Blevins.
I mean,
Exactly.
it could be Mike Myers coming in and
Yeah.
throwing to a lefty, and he's going to get him out. Doesn't mean he's the best reliever, so it's tough.
Yeah.
It could be a variety of things.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure where to pinpoint it,
Mhm.
but
Michael Myers.
I think it has a lot. Personally, watching him, I think it has a lot to do with mechanics.
yep.
He, for whatever reason, refuses to get on top of the ball,
Okay.
and his slider is just not breaking the way that it used to with the Mariners.
Yep.
So
I love having a pitcher on this
'Cause
podcast.
his
Really in-depth analysis.
No,
his
seriously.
his slider is being hit like 10% more this year
Okay.
than last year.
Is
Last
it
year,
more predictable, or it's just not breaking as much?
It's not breaking as much,
Okay.
and when it is breaking, it's breaking earlier, so it's
Okay.
an easier read
Okay.
for the hitter. You know,
Interesting.
So-
I wonder what changed though in his mechanics specifically that it would break differently this
I
year.
wish I had a baseball to physically show
Yeah.
you.
I got one in my bag.
Do you? Go get it.
All right.
Uh-oh.
So,
Huh.
essentially, with a slider, you want to get on top of the ball
Yeah.
and get like that. Where if you're watching him, he's down here and he's having a flat wrist, so it's coming out like that, which, in turn, will. So when you're throwing the slider,
Break this down, Bill. Come on.
you're gonna want to get
There's
it
a
up here
PowerPoint
and get it
presentation
up
at
here,
the end.
right? You're
Okay.
gonna want to get on top of it, whereas he's going and then he's throwing it and it's going like that. So he's getting a flat wrist, it's coming out, and whereas a slider's gonna go and then break, his is going and then break.
So let me ask you. That's not something that their pitching coach, their bullpen coach, no one
Yeah.
can fix
So-
for him.
if you're like you're not watching obviously, but
I should
Yeah,
have
we don't have
I
SM,
should have
we
started
don't have SNY
recording
in
this.
Boston.
so he what's it called? Yeah. So the games that he has done well, you'll notice that he's getting on top of all his
Okay.
pitches. And then whenever he's giving up these home runs, he's flat. He's all the flat wrist and it's a hanger. He's basically throwing hangers up there. And his slider's just getting hit. Where his fastball is actually very similar to last year. He's got a lower spin rate on it, but it's pretty
So does that
comparable
flatness
last year.
come with fatigue, or does that just come with inconsistency in terms of being able to keep those mechanics up?
Exactly. It's the inconsistency of
yeah.
keeping the mechanics. And
Okay.
so he's like, it could be with fatigue as well. Like, I know for me personally, whenever I would get tired,
You threw a lot of hangers, right?
yeah,
That's what I heard.
Not many.
no.
Little hangers.
When you get tired, you end up getting a flat wrist.
Sure.
And whenever I would get a flat wrist, my coach would come out and be like, you're flattening your wrist, finish this inning, you're done. And then I would be getting on top of it more.
And then you'd say,
I
I'm not
get the
fucking
break.
leaving. I ain't fucking leaving.
Stressful day in the
So-
bullpen.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the in-depth analysis on the slider of Edwin Diaz.
So did we just
So
fix
did you guys
Diaz?
name your podcast after being a batter waiting to face Edwin Diaz? Because you know he's gonna throw a ball.
No, it's more like waiting to face any Mets pitcher.
There you go.
Take a
Not
pitch.
named Jacob DeGrom.
No, it's more waiting to face Hansel Robles.
Yeah, there you go.
I wish we had him back.
Dude,
I'll take him back right in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he's playing well for the Angels, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pitching
They
well.
always
That's
do.
the thing. In my opinion, I think the Mets are probably the hardest team to play for. You're on a fucking shit team
Yep.
in New York.
Yeah, no
with
pressure at all
Huge
there.
media.
I can't
With
relate.
a fan base that wants you to win.
And that's the same with Boston. That's what we hear all the time on
So
Boston
much
radio.
pressure.
Some guys can't
Yeah.
do it. Crawford couldn't do it. I mean,
Mhm.
he's the prime
Yeah.
example, but
See, and
so
then-
many guys.
But then you look at a team like
Exactly.
Seattle, where there's literally no pressure.
Yeah, and they still suck.
Right. So what's the deal?
I have no idea. No idea.
Taking it easy.
Just gotta trust the Poto.
Yeah, right?
Making
Trust
trades
the
from his
process.
hospital
trying.
bed.
I'm trying, man. It's not working.
Dude made
Oh,
trades from his
jeez.
hospital bed.
I know. Literally
that?
seconds after surgery, he made trades from his
Oh, yeah.
hospital bed.
Yeah.
First off, I respect the dedication to the
commitment
craft.
right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
It's commitment.
I respect that.
It's commitment.
But goddamn, maybe it wasn't the right trade.
Yeah. He
I
is
don't even know
committed
what
to
trade
losing.
Committed
Whatever
to
it takes to lose.
So are the Wilpons.
Dipoto will do it.
All right, let's get back on track and talk NL playoff race here. Because the wild card's kind of interesting. It's really tight.
Tell me who's in the wild card. What's the
Alright.
story with that?
So Washington leads, has a stranglehold on the first wild card spot, 2.5 games up on the Cubs, who slid in the second wild card spot after a sweep of the Mets. Not shocked. They're 2.5 up on the Phillies, in front of the Mets, who are 5 back of the second spot. It's the Phillies.
But a long five
Brewers.
back.
It's a long 5. And the Arizona Diamondbacks, who have gotten really hot lately.
Interesting.
Yes.
They've gotten-
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, they roughed up Ryu yesterday.
Yes.
7 earned,
Who
right?
has been trash since the All-Star break.
Yeah, he's come crashing down to earth.
Yes.
To earth.
When he had a 1.4?
Something unreal.
1.4?
Like that. Yeah.
No, I think it was even lower, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he started the All-Star game with 1.3, 1.4 ERA.
Something
It's
like that.
ridiculous.
Ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of the NL wildcard comes down to scheduling. The
Mhm.
Mets have the
Yes.
hardest schedule going forward.
Yes. But the thing is, over their next 3 series, 4 if you're including this past one with the Cubs, they're
It's
playing
all
all wild card teams.
Okay.
So they come alive over these next 3 series, they're in it.
So you're
They're
saying
right
if,
there.
if Syndergaard pitches how he did the other night, they're
Oh,
going to
we're
be
dead.
in great shape.
We're as dead as Jed.
That is
There you go.
Jed.
That is
Nice.
That is
Jed.
Jed.
Nice.
But no, the Phillies 2.5 back of the second wild card spot. The Brewers 4 back. Diamondbacks 4.5 back.
Yeah.
Who do you see making it out as the wild card?
I don't know.
I know we want.
what kind of question is
I
that?
think it's. I think
How
it's
does he
called,
know?
I think it's.
No,
called,
who does he say? Who does he thinking?
It's called the wild card for a reason.
That's what you're
I
called too.
love the Diamondbacks.
You know what I'm saying?
I love the Diamondbacks. I don't think they're experienced enough to get there.
I agree with that.
I love them. I love Zach Allen, the new addition they just got from the Marlins. He's
Yes.
one of the nicest young pitchers in the league.
Another future star than Marlins trade.
Sure,
away.
yeah, exactly. And what do they got? Escobar. They've got a lot of great players.
Yeah.
Ketel
Robbie
Marte's
Ray, don't
having-
forget.
Robbie Ray, Ketel
Wilmer
Marte,
Flores.
former Mariner again, that's having a career year.
Shout out Wilmer Flores.
I love the Brewers still, but I don't.
I do too.
I
Their,
don't see.
their pitching's not there.
That's the thing.
They
Yeah,
didn't do anything. When
it's
they
going to be
had
tough.
to.
Yeah,
They had
to.
Moustakas
They had to get a
and
Greinke.
what's that?
They had to get a Greinke.
They
at the
did, you're
deadline,
right.
And they
Yeah.
didn't.
I mean, the hitting's there again, but
Yeah.
I mean, how do
They
the
have the
Cubs
best-
not make it? In my opinion, it's like Cubs have the most
The Cubs
well-rounded
played pretty
team.
well yesterday.
I
You know?
missed it- I
Actually,
missed
they
it
realistically
yesterday.
didn't.
They-
Victor Caratini did, though.
Yeah, first player in
I was just looking at the score.
History.
history to homer twice off of Jacob deGrom in the same game.
Wow,
Yeah.
missed that. I was driving a long 4 or 5 hours yesterday, so I missed that.
God bless you.
Labor Day weekend starts early, huh? Some
That's
people-
right.
Saw that whole game.
I don't know.
Um,
I think it's a 3-team race really between the Cubs, the Phillies, and the Mets. If they can get a sweep of the Phillies here early this
Oh,
weekend.
so you're saying for the second wild card?
Phillies,
yeah,
Philly.
for the second one.
Yeah, it looks like Nats have the first one.
Nats-
I don't
Nats-
think they're going to slip.
Nats do.
With
Especially
that
with
rotation,
Scherzer.
too.
Scherzer's
Yeah,
back now from
that's
the
the
DL.
thing.
Yeah.
The
It's the IL now. Come on, get it right.
IL, sorry.
The-
Oh, I hate
Sorry
it. I
about
hate
that.
it. I
yeah,
hate
the
it.
Nationals.
Whoops.
I think the Nationals are set. Realistically, honestly, they're gonna lose
Again,
They're gonna
Nats
lose
in the
the wild
playoffs.
card
Again,
game.
sure.
because they
Yeah.
falter under pressure.
Yeah.
The only reason that they would is Scherzer. Um,
Right, and the Mets are going to run into another unstoppable force in Max Scherzer in a one-game playoff. Just
Honestly-
like Madison Bumgarner in 2016.
Honestly, on paper, the best matchup would be Nationals versus Cubs.
right.
That would actually be the physically most draining game to watch. Though, 'cause
Be
they
interesting.
both will not do well in the playoffs. I don't think. I don't think. The
How
Cubs
about
have
Nats Phillies?
Nats Phillies?
the
That would
Bryce-
be,
the Bryce
that would be
Harper
very,
rematch?
Very interesting.
That would
In
have so
Washington,
many storylines.
nonetheless.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be unbelievable.
Phillies would win, but then
Yeah.
they would get fucking swept by the Dodgers.
Yeah, absolutely. Phillies have been such
In the Chase Utley
one of the most disappointing teams in the league this year with everyone they got and everyone they brought in. Real Muto and Harper and Segura. And
See, they're a disappointment,
Yeah.
but yet at the same
Couldn't
time,
believe
they're
it.
still in the hunt. That's the thing.
That's
So, like,
true, but I
their
thought they were
fans
gonna.
don't see it as a disappointment. They're like, oh, we're still better than,
That's
than
true.
everyone.
Yeah,
As
but
a Philly
do.
fan.
Did you guys
Talking
not
about-
think they were going to contend with the Braves?
Because, I mean, think about this.
I thought they were gonna
Philly
contend with
fans.
the
Oh, they're-
Braves.
yeah, it was going to be
I
a
thought
14
so
race.
too. I
Yeah.
honestly picked the Nationals and the Phillies over the Braves to
Yeah.
start the season.
True story.
4-team race. You mean what? Marlins, Phillies,
Yes, exactly.
and Mets down at the
Oh,
bottom.
Lord.
That's what I was thinking too.
He's killing us.
Brutal.
He's killing us.
Nobody's safe.
No, but I mean
Oh,
Aaron
wow.
Nola and Arrieta, he was kind of hurt
Well,
up and
Arrieta
down
got
this
shut
year.
down now,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
He sucked this year.
But
Honestly, in my opinion, what it comes down to is what team can realistically beat the Dodgers. On paper, yes, the Nationals can. You need the pitching to beat the Nationals. You need starting pitching to beat the Dodgers.
the Dodgers, yeah.
The only other team there that has actual starting pitching is the Mets.
With Stroman as
You know what?
the
I will
three-
say
four. Right,
the
four.
Mets are in a similar situation to the Cubs. They both have really good but inconsistent starting pitching.
Yeah.
Like Lester Quintana, Hendricks, like Darvish, these guys, they could go either way.
I agree.
Syndergaard, you know what you're going to get out of DeGrom, but Wheeler is going to pitch a shutout, and then he's going to let up 8 runs the next start.
No, 8 walks.
8 walks, too. True. Syndergaard, he's had what? This is one of his worst years he's had in a while.
Worst year.
Yeah, worst year.
Not even
Yeah,
close.
and he had a nice little stint last month, but
But he
then,
got it down to
then look
about
what
3.6.
Yeah.
So then look what happened last night or 2
Something
nights
like
ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you never know if you get top-notch Syndergaard and top-notch Wheeler,
Yeah.
top-notch Quintana, Lester, Darvish, all these guys.
If
you
you
can
get-
with the Dodgers, but if not, you never know.
If the Mets can get wild card game Noah Syndergaard
Yeah.
for even half the remaining schedule, there's a damn good shot that they
Also,
Sure.
this Mets pitching staff has. Well, actually, I'm lying. 3 of them would have playoff experience.
make. Stroman, Syndergaard, DeGrom.
Yeah.
Is Stroman coming back?
And
you know?
Matz, actually. I'm lying.
Yeah.
When's he getting? Is he back?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
back.
he's
Yeah,
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a tight hammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt's also because Wheeler missed that with the injury.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Matz. Yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot.
And
He
he's
used
another
to be
one.
one of my favorite pitchers.
He's
Steven
having-
Matz. I
he's having
drafted
a
him
great
every
year.
year in fantasy. Every year he disappointed me.
He's a guy that has so much fucking potential.
does. He
'Cause
does.
He's got great stuff, and especially from the left side.
And he's one of the best
And-
hitting pitchers in the league.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, the whole Mets fucking
282, I
rotation.
think. 282 is Steven Matz's
Something like that. Yeah,
average.
DeGrom's hitting 220.
2 dingers.
Yeah.
2 dingers. Syndergaard has 2 dingers. He's hitting like 190 though.
Yeah. Speaking of pitchers hitting,
Hitting better than Aaron
my
Altair.
favorite Mets memory. I gotta fill you in on my favorite Mets memory, by the
Let's
way.
hear it.
Spoiler alert: it wasn't good for the Mets.
Is it ever?
Was it the Grand Slam?
Which one?
The single.
Oh, you're talking about Felix, aren't you?
How the hell did you know that?
'Cause
Felix,
Let's be real.
hit the-
Grand
It comes back
Slam,
to the Mariners. It
Grand
wasn't good for
Slam
the
off
Mets.
Johan.
Yup.
I don't remember the year. 2012,
2008.
13. Was it 8?
Yep. It was at
It
Shea
was that
Stadium.
long ago?
Because didn't the Mets
Yeah.
give up another homer to another pitcher that same year?
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I remember going to Shea with my buddy. We drove down to see the Mariners, and I couldn't have been more excited to see Felix Hernandez, American League batter,
Papa.
granny off
Fucking
Johan.
nuke.
Couldn't believe
That hit
it.
second deck, too, I
Couldn't
think, in the
believe
right
it.
field corner.
Didn't
in the
matter.
right field corner, he laced it to left, and it was at Shea
Oh, it was-
Stadium, dog.
Yeah.
What second deck? The 10 feet of it after the foul pole?
Yeah, I thought so.
I don't
I might be
think
thinking
so.
of the other
10
I
pitcher.
think it
feet
went into
exactly.
the bleachers, if I'm remembering.
I just know it was a...
Fact check time. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
I
Couldn't,
just-
it couldn't have been happier. It wouldn't have mattered to me what happened the rest of that game. Mariners could have lost 20-4 after that, but I mean that made my
I think the
my
Mariners
year.
ended up winning that game, too, ultimately.
Probably. I don't
'Cause
remember.
Once
that.
you allow a grand
Or-
slam to the pitcher, it's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
downhill.
Yeah, I don't
All right,
remember
we got
that
the
long
video?
ago.
Hold up, we got the video.
It was
Let's
to
see
right
it.
field,
Let's
oh,
see
it's
it.
to right. It wasn't
but by the scoreboard.
by the scoreboard. Okay, right
Nice.
center.
All right, enough of that. I don't want to hurt my feelings.
Sorry. Anyways, carry on
No,
about.
you're not sorry. Let's be
It's
real.
gonna be
You're
in,
not sorry.
it's gonna be in
A little
replay. Before you go to bed, that video is just gonna churn.
Oh.
I'm about as sorry
Yeah.
as Dipoto giving you guys used goods and AIDS.
Depoto looks like
all
a
in one
bad-
player with Cano.
Because
yeah, exactly.
Kellenic looks like
Yeah,
a star.
I can't wait for him.
Superstar.
Hang on,
Can't
Billy.
wait.
Let me ask you this:
Go on.
because Jeff McNeil was part of these trade talks, which would have hurt more, McNeil doing what he's doing now for the Mariners, or Kellenic, what he's doing now, or what he can do? Which would have hurt? Which hurts more? The idea of it.
McNeil.
Okay.
Just he's here now, and we're contending now.
Right.
Yeah.
So to put it in perspective, Kellenic it's okay.
Sure, you don't
I
know
didn't
what
say it's
Kellenic's going
okay.
to be. You don't know what he's going to
Yeah,
be.
you
Oh
don't
no,
know
we
what
do
he's
know.
gonna
We
be.
do know. Once you leave the Mets, you're good.
Yeah, that's all he had to do.
Oh, so I get something to look forward to then.
yeah.
he-
All
No,
right,
you
good.
really do.
That was a
Good.
write-off to make him Ken Griffey fucking part 2.
Beautiful.
Kellenic and Dunn.
Yeah.
I
This is
think
what he's
Dunn,
looking like, though. Power
think-
speed combo.
I think Dunn is going to be taking Felix's spot in the rotation
Hmm. I'd be okay with
because
that.
they have Dunn in Double A right now. I think.
No, probably not
and-
doing too great.
No, but either way, I think he has.
I know
he has
you're a
ace
lot
potential.
higher on him, but that's because you have a love for Long Island-born
No,
players.
I just think he's got good stuff.
No bias.
What good stuff? What video have you seen of him?
The one video I saw, it was like 10 strikeouts.
You remember that one video?
Oh, yeah.
God.
That one video,
Oh,
man.
one
it's on
video. It
repeat.
looks like he got good stuff.
Don't
There you
lie. You just have a love for Long Island boys.
Yes, I do. But at the
Yes.
same time, he's got good stuff.
Okay.
The
That's
hometown
secondary,
heroes.
though.
Anyway,
Love- Lovely.
That's why you love Kyle.
that's because he's my boy.
Did you ask him to marry you yet?
Nigga, what the fuck?
When's the wedding?
Anyway.
I asked Pistol if I could punch him in the face.
Yowza! Bloody hell.
I'm in charge of editing now.
This took a turn.
That is my former coach.
Yeah.
Who was that? Sorry, I missed that. I was looking up Done Deal on Instagram.
I asked him if he was gonna marry some kid yet.
Oh yeah.
And then I said,
Because we played with a kid who's in minor league ball right now.
and then I said, what did I say? I asked Pistol if I could punch him in the face yet.
Yeah.
And this has been
That's
Take a
my
Pitch.
former-
When you
former
guys
high
get
school
married,
coach.
who's going to be the bride and who's going to be DeGrom?
That's a good question. Who would be
Fuck's
Well,
sake.
considering Kyle actually pitches, it would make sense.
compared to?
You're putting a lot of thought into this.
No,
not at all,
actually.
Like, there's a lot
Bare
of thought.
minimum, actually.
Like you're strategizing this
No.
right now.
Bare minimum thought. But we're just going off the fucking rails.
Listen, man. This has been Take a Pitch. Hope
We
you're
are
enjoying
at
your stay.
an hour
We're
04.
just- and any other
And we still
points
have
you want to
one,
bring
two,
up?
three things
Go
I
on.
wanted to touch on.
Let's
MVP race.
Yeah. So it's really Yelich and Bellinger, right?
A National League.
National League is Yelich and Bellinger now.
Yelly
Yeah,
versus Belly?
Astros have. Oh, sorry, National League. Yeah, carry on.
Well, that's actually a note I actually
What about
had.
Acuna?
Interesting at being a part of the 30-30 club.
Yeah,
Potential.
he's-
But do you think that his season is better than Yelich or Bellinger?
No, but I don't think the Braves have a lot more offense, and he's most of the offense. And without him, they wouldn't be even close to where they are.
So you're thinking the literal meaning of most
Abs-
valuable player.
I usually do because that's usually how the voting goes.
Or it should go at least.
It should go, except the year A-Rod won when he was on Texas, and they came in last place.
Now, are you salty? Well, then he's the most valuable player. Otherwise, they'd be in fucking the depths
even
of
dead
hell.
or last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be Jed dead.
Yeah.
Are you salty because he was not a Mariner at that time? Is that why?
Oh, as soon as they traded him, I was furious, and he went from my favorite player to my worst player, and then the lying and the cheating and everything else, I couldn't stand him. Anywho,
But MVP
yeah.
races.
No, honestly, I think and there
And
goes
the
the
banner
Mets
falls.
banner. There it goes. The Mets have another fall from grace.
Oh,
There
great.
it is.
Yeah, he's just killing us
nail in the
today.
coffin right
There
there.
it is.
It's a nail in the coffin.
We'll try and pick them back
No.
up like they're trying to do this year in
Yeah.
the playoffs.
Yeah, there you go. I think Yelich is the best player in the National League, but I think again, going to the literal meaning, the Brewers are still contending for a wild card. They went deep last year.
Mm-hmm.
And
They took the Dodgers 7 games.
Yeah, exactly. The Dodgers are far and away the best team in the National League record-wise, and Bellinger is the biggest part of that in terms of their lineup.
Yeah.
They don't have any other studs. I mean, they have Seager. We could name them Muncy and Verdugo and Turner and all these guys that are kind of second-tier hitters, but they don't have another MVP caliber hitter in their lineup like Bellinger. And without him, it's not even close. They might still be contending, but they're not. They're not even close to the best record in the
Right.
National League. I mean, you could argue the same thing for Yelich, but the difference is his team is only contending for a wild card.
Yeah.
The home runs are comparable. I think Bellinger's got 20 more RBIs, something like that. I like Yelich for the steals. I mean, that's
Yeah.
no one steals bases
He's going to
anymore,
be the
but
first, was it
30, 40?
50, 30?
50-30, yeah.
yeah, it could be. Yep.
Yeah.
I would love that.
And I think Acuna has that potential,
Yep,
too.
absolutely.
In the
Yeah,
future?
so-
Yeah, in the future.
Oh, okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has
Yeah,
that
if they keep
Not
the
this
baseballs
season,
this
no.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the big
so-
key.
In terms of literal meaning, and that's usually what I go by because that's usually how the voting is swayed. Then
So
I'm
would
taking
your-
Bellinger.
Okay, let's say, would
Yeah,
your vote
I
be
think
Acuna
Yelich
next
is
year?
the best player in the league, and he's having the best season in the National League. Don't
Mhm.
get confused. But yeah, in the National League. But I think the MVP is going to go to Bellinger.
All right.
My hot take will be that
Love hot takes.
I don't think that writers really care as much anymore
Okay.
about where teams are. I think the old school writers do. The new school writers are different.
Okay.
Much.
They, like Jacob deGrom, had how many wins last year? 10?
10.
Hit 10.
10 and 9.
10 wins. And he won Cy Young, like, almost unanimously.
Sure.
Who was it? Kansas City.
I think
something like
Felix
that.
Yeah,
Felix
no, it was
won it.
a
I think
San- it
with
was a-
13 wins. I think he was
Yeah,
13 and 12 when he
13.
won it. Yeah,
Yep.
something
He
like
was-
No,
that.
it was one San Diego high school
That's
baseball
what it
writer.
was.
That's the guy who took the unanimous vote away from DeGrom.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it was. San Diego, and they
See, I think that's different though because it's still technically the same award, best hitter, best pitcher in the league, but
Yeah.
Cy Young isn't classified as the most valuable pitcher. It's just the best pitcher.
Right.
So you could be in last place and you could still be the best pitcher in the league. MVP
You have a point.
is classified as the most valuable to the team.
yeah.
So I mean, I agree. DeGrom was the best pitcher in the league last year,
Right.
but
Okay.
was he the most valuable to the Mets? Maybe if there was a
Wow.
MV
Um,
pitcher,
MVP.
MVP
Yeah.
again for
I
pitching,
don't know.
maybe he wouldn't have got it. But
Dodgers still get to the playoffs without Belly.
yeah,
Or half a
probably.
year he's having at least.
Yeah, or even without him, replace him with someone else, replace him with a different player.
Sure.
They still make it due to their pitching and everything. Brewers, I don't think they are even.
Without Yelich.
Yeah, without Yelich, because they do not have pitching.
Yeah.
They have Hader in the bullpen, who has been shaky.
And they have Gio Gonzalez on the mound.
Gio is
yeah.
their ace. Gio
Yep.
Gonzalez,
Zach Davies.
HGH boy
Yeah.
Gio.
Yeah, Zach
what?
Davies,
Zach Davies,
Chase Anderson. It's like guys that
Jordan Lyles.
Yeah.
They
they're
have
all-
a Patrick. They have a Patrick rotation.
Yeah,
That's thrives
It's-
for a
it's
year and a half.
a bunch of
Yep.
4 or 5
Yep,
starters,
exactly.
which Gio may be a 3 starter at best,
That's why he's their ace.
and he's their ace.
Yeah.
And then they have a fantastic lineup.
And Woodruff.
But-
Woodruff is nasty, but he's
Yeah.
on the DL.
Yeah, he
or
just got
IL,
hurt.
excuse
Yeah.
me. Forgot about Woodruff.
Yeah, he just got hurt, so
So what was your hot take?
that's it. That the
It's gonna
Dodgers
be
would
Yelly.
make it without it.
Yelly
I,
over
I think
Belly.
Yelly, yeah.
Okay.
Yelly has been more consistent as well throughout the year.
Okay.
Yelly has maintained the average at, the over the 325 mark the entire year. When I think at the end of April he was at 360, 370.
Right.
So that's pretty comparable. Where Bellinger was hitting 420 after
Seriously.
the
yeah.
first month and a half.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now he's kind of come down to earth average wise.
Right. I'd go Yelich only because, like you said, without him, where are the Brewers? This is a whole completely different team. You're looking at it without Yelich.
Mm-hmm.
He's also, like you said, 50-30. No one's done that before. If you see history, I think that automatically adds a little check in a box. Like it adds another qualification to
Yeah,
be
definitely.
Sure.
MVP.
Sure.
That's
know,
why
I
I think
still think there's enough old school writers though around that if they miss the playoffs, if they make the wild card, he could win it. If they miss the playoffs, I think Bellinger's going to get the edge because of so many
Yeah.
dinosaur writers that are still
Right.
lingering.
Yeah.
and I think
I personally think that since they do vote before playoffs, why is that even a factor?
Is that
Because-
it's right before that, right
Yeah.
at the end of the season, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right in between the wild card game and the last game.
what a 2-day stretch, right?
Yeah, something like that. And they vote literally the day after the season
Sure.
ends. So it's how do you put that into the equation for an MVP if what they do in the playoffs doesn't matter, but because they help their team get to the playoffs, that's what matters?
Yeah, unfortunately that's the case.
You know?
It's
But then you play the card, oh, they helped the team get to the playoffs. Well, what if they weren't there? How valuable are they to the team in the literal sense?
Yes.
So I think that the playoffs do weigh heavier than a lot of people want it to.
Well, here's another
Simply
question.
because
Do
of
you
that.
think that the award should be renamed? You think it should be best player or something like that, or do you think they should keep it most valuable player, or do you think the meaning should shift at any point?
Interesting.
Because most valuable has
You think it's open ended?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I mean, that's what it was years ago. Now, I mean, there's so many superstars, and like you said, there's a lot of younger, new school writers coming in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's looked at differently now. Maybe it should be in the future.
That's an interesting question. I don't know. Never really thought about that.
No.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they have
Deep.
Cy Young. It's just for best pitcher.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a different name. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, then
Yeah.
based on best hitter, they have the Silver
Yeah,
Slugger.
that's-
yeah,
That's-
but every position.
That's true. Because
They have Silver
every
Slugger at every position.
Right, there's no,
yeah,
platinum Slugger. like
because
they do
most
with the Gold
valuable
Glove.
player includes defense and base running.
Right.
So
Which is why I think
Yeah,
like you
well,
said,
they have a
Acuna's going to
Silver-
have a higher vote percentage than people think because of defensive base running.
yeah, Because
for sure.
for the rest of the awards, it is just best.
It's the best.
Yeah. At that respective
Yeah,
award,
Silver
it's the
Slugger
best
is just
rookie.
best hitter at first
Best
base,
hitter
best
at-
hitter
yeah.
at the outfield, in
Right.
left field, right field.
Gold Glove,
Yeah.
best defender at that
Exactly.
position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Acuna's the stud in that lineup. I mean, they have Donaldson, but he's the
And Donaldson's really.
he's heating up too.
I mean, I gave
Freddie
him a lot
Freeman.
of shit.
Freeman, yep, that's
gave-
true. I forgot about. All right, so I take that back. Don't include Acuna in the race.
Well, no, you still got to
We'll
because
cut it.
a 30-30.
But all of those guys, but Freeman's having a career year as well,
Yeah.
and Donaldson's having a huge resurgence.
Yes.
Right,
So
and
all
I
those
gave the
guys,
Braves
like,
a lot of shit for giving him $23 million for 1 year, but it's
Yeah.
paying off.
yeah. So to me, those guys, it's like they cancel out. Are you going to give Bregman? Are you going to give Gurriel? Are you going to give Altuve? Are you going to give Springer MVP? They're all 4, 5, 6 of them are worthy candidates. Brantley, but I mean, you take away one of those guys, they're still the best team in the league.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
or best team in the division at least.
Mhm.
And
So it's hard to make that.
and that brings an interesting question into the AL because of DJ LeMahieu.
Sure,
Because you
Mhm.
take him out, who do the Yankees have?
sure.
That team is so depleted as is.
Yeah.
How valuable-
Everyone's been hurt. There haven't been guys that I can think of that have played the entire season that have been consistent the entire season.
Yeah.
Aside from DJ
Except
LeMahieu.
LeMahieu.
Glaber.
Sure.
Glaber, yeah. But either way, again,
Glaber missed time too for a while, didn't he?
about a week
Did
or
he?
two, I think, right?
Okay, maybe that's it. Yeah.
But
10 day.
you're looking at, again, literal meaning value.
Sure.
Most valuable. DJ LeMahieu, where would the Yankees be if they didn't have that consistent presence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an
Who knew
interesting
too?
question.
Who knew DJ LeMahieu would be the guy, right?
Guy who's on the bench for opening day.
Right. And he
Yeah.
leaves Colorado. He's got great years in Colorado. He comes to high pressure in New York and has a career year.
After having almost no offers the entire offseason.
Yep.
High
One of the-
pressure, low altitude.
There you go.
Still hits.
It's the same thing. It's basically comparable, I would think. Yankee Stadium to Coors Field.
In terms of the effect it has on hitters' numbers. Just different numbers.
I think that is literally like the same thing as playing in each. Yankee Stadium is the smallest. Coors Field is the biggest.
Yeah,
Right.
but in terms of average, I don't know. LeMahieu's an average
Well,
guy.
yeah.
Home runs for sure. It's a huge effect.
Yeah,
but
I think that they're the same in home runs. Is
Right,
what
'cause
I'm
you got
saying.
the altitude.
home
in-
runs,
because-
right,
yeah.
right. In terms of affecting LeMahieu, though, he's an
Mhm.
average guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if. I
But
mean,
he is.
maybe
He
his
is
home
20
runs.
something this year.
That's
no?
true. His home runs were affected by the Yankee Stadium, but that average, that's consistent no matter where he's been.
Yeah, always. But
Yeah,
at the
he's-
same time, the
He's
home
a
runs.
solid hitter. Yeah,
It's a bigger ballpark, but the ball flies better.
you're right. You're right.
Well, the ball comes off the bat harder.
Right. Right.
Yep.
But so you think DJ LeMahieu?
I think LeMahieu can make a run at the AL. I don't think he's gonna. I think it's gonna be Trout ultimately
Yes, obviously.
because he's having the
He's
best season of his career, and
Trout.
he has what, two MVPs already,
Two, yeah. This would be his
and
third.
3 second place finishes, or 4 second place finishes, or
I
something
don't
like
know.
that.
He's been in the top 5 every year.
Every year of his career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remind me, did they give it to him last year too?
Did he get it last year?
I'm trying to remember because
No. Who?
it might have been
It
because
was
they
between
were
Trout.
they were at
Jose
the bottom of the barrel
Ramirez,
again.
Trout, Jose Ramirez. I can't think of who that third
Yeah,
player was.
remind me.
Our friend Google here. AL MVP.
He won it in 2017 and
17,
14.
okay.
So it was not him last year. Because he won it over Judge.
Okay.
Mookie
yeah.
Betts won it last year.
Mookie.
Mookie, right?
It was
Obviously.
Mookie, Trout,
Come on, man.
Ramirez,
It's
and then
your
JD.
local.
But in 2017, where were they? They were at the bottom of the division as well.
They're always at the
and,
bottom
and
of the
he won
division.
it. He won it in 17.
No, he didn't. 17 was Altuve.
No? Oh, you're right.
Trout came
What
in
year did
fourth.
he win it?
Whichever year he won.
He won it in 2014.
16.
16 and 14? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'll
Over
give it to
Mookie.
him again. I'm trying to think.
Mookie.
And then Altuve in 2017 over Judge and Ramirez.
Which everyone was pissed about.
Right, because everybody thought it should have been Judge.
But it was the right move.
But at that point, hang on. At that token, if Judge got that much support in 2017, let's say Pete Alonso breaks the record. Does he get that kind of support in the NL voting? Obviously, probably not because of what's ahead of him.
If the Mets make a run over these next 9 games, yes.
So you're saying
there's-
that the playoff push has something to do with the MVP race?
I do. I was saying that
Boom, full circle.
I personally don't think that it should.
Okay.
But yes, it does. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's having an MVP season for
Yeah.
sure. I mean,
Yeah, if
who
he was
can
doing this
argue
10
that?
years ago, he would have won MVP.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But if he's doing this 10 years ago with Yelich and Bellinger doing what they're doing 10 years ago, same thing.
That's not what I said.
I'm just saying.
No,
It's
We're
still
just
in that.
saying.
That's
man. We're just
10
saying.
years ago, 2009, and you're hitting 330, and you're gonna have a 50-30 season. He would be drug tested literally every second of every day. He wouldn't have any blood.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
FBI would know him.
Every time he got up to
DEA
the
would know him.
The feds.
And then 20 years ago, when you have McGuire and Sosa and Manny
It's swept under the rug.
and Larry Walker,
Yeah, they'd be looking for
and
Tony
Albert
Bosch.
Bell and Frank
Barry
Thomas
Bonds.
and Barry Bonds,
Did you
and
ever
all
watch
these
that, by the
guys that
way?
are hitting 50, 60, 70 jacks, and
Right.
Jim Tomei and guys
Yeah.
that Klesko, Bichette, you wouldn't be thinking were going to hit
No.
40 home runs, and they're
Speaking of
hitting
Ken
Bichette,
40 in
Caminiti.
their sleep.
speaking of Bichette,
Let's hear it.
Bo is going to be the best out of those three. It's going to be Bo, Biggio, and then Vlad Jr.
Okay.
I disagree.
It could be.
But
It could be. I was actually at a game in Manchester, New Hampshire. We both, my girlfriend here and I went
the
with a couple
Fisher
buddies,
Cats.
Fisher Cats, yeah.
Yeah.
And we saw them against the Colorado AA team, and Brendan Rodgers, the Colorado shortstop, was playing on that.
So it's like a
in
mini
that
futures game.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's
it was
cool.
the three of those guys and Rodgers all in the same game. It was unreal.
Wow.
Eye
Yeah.
test.
seeing
Who was the
that.
best?
Well, Guerrero got injured in that game. I think he had
Mm.
2 at bats, and then he came up limping.
Not durable.
Yeah. I don't know. Biggio, I think,
Duracell.
looked the best in that game, surprisingly. But overall, yeah, Bichette being the shortstop, he's got, I don't know,
I think
natural ability.
he's the purest hitter.
Yep.
Vladdy is a very pure hitter. Don't get me wrong. It's a very natural swing.
What defines a
Literally-
pure hitter? It's a very interesting.
It's a very visual thing, honestly.
visual.
I don't know how to
Visual?
describe it.
Visual.
Wow.
yeah,
that's
you didn't
interesting.
expect
See,
that.
Matt's
Oh,
asking
did
That's
you?
like
the hard
that's
questions
that's
here.
like
I
trying
got
to
the
describe
curveballs.
a spin on a base on a pitch.
This is the ultimate test.
pure,
for Billy
pure
right
like,
here.
Wow.
pure like.
Pure hitter. How
Like
do you
purified.
Describe that. Yeah, like water.
Twice filtered.
So like,
Brita.
it's
Twice
like
filtered.
Voss.
All
Oh,
right,
there
Mets
it goes.
fell again.
Another.
Oh, they're
Oh,
Completely done now.
That's how you know the
the
Mets.
Mets banner just
there's
got
no hope for the Mets now.
violated.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
The Mariners
Wow.
fan would.
you have to put too much
So,
thought
right.
into it.
I don't know. It's really just visual.
Let me ask you. So like a crisp, like signature baseball hit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
have you ever seen Ken Griffey swing?
sure.
That is a pure swing. That's
You know
a
he
pure
hasn't.
hitter.
It's like no, of course I have.
We've
Ken-
seen Robbie Cano swing.
Robbie Cano.
Robbie Cano. That's a pure swing.
used to
Pure-
be a
pure
Yankee.
hitter. Yeah.
Michael Conforto.
Michael Conforto. Like, pretty much any lefty, honestly. They just
Right.
have such.
What
the
is it
sweetest
that lefties
swings.
have better swings than
You get
righties?
a nice swing.
Honestly, I saw this thing that on MLB Network they were changing. They were taking righties and flipping them over, like mirror,
Right.
and they were like, "That's a beautiful lefty swing. Like it just looks
Wow.
nice. It looks nicer."
So why do
The
lefties
fluidity.
have nicer looking swings?
The fluidity.
yes.
Yeah.
How fluent it is.
Like Carlos Beltran from the left side was just so.
clean.
Well, he was also a switch hitter, so it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he had the same exact thing from both sides, but he just looked better from the left side.
So glad I
Nice.
hit lefty. It's the only time I
Well,
ever look good.
Thank you for
Yeah.
clarifying that.
You got it.
So
So-
lefties are pure hitters.
So it's a visual
So
thing,
lefty-
honestly.
it's a
Like,
visual.
you
It's
can't
kind of like
describe
you
it
compare it
with
to
words.
basketball a little bit. You look
Yeah.
at the pure jump shooters,
Sure.
and you look at Kevin Durant and
Mm.
Ray Allen and guys
Snake.
like that, and then you look at Reggie Miller, who's got the funky jump shot, and Curry, who's got the
Mm.
funky jump shot, and they still make it work, but you
Smooth.
can tell which ones are pure.
Right.
Like Klay Thompson's got a great stroke, pure stroke,
Yeah.
Mm.
and guys like that, Durant, it just flows right off the hand.
Right.
So it's
That's
Right,
very
I know
good
what you
It's
way
a
to
mean.
describe
visual
I know
of
what
how
you mean.
smooth it is,
Smooth.
really.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very fluid.
Smooth.
Right. You said it best. The fluidity of it.
Yeah.
Like peanut
Those
butter.
are the best. Yeah.
Smooth.
It's like spreading peanut butter
Spreading
on,
peanut butter on a sandwich.
on a sandwich.
Right.
On a Sammy.
So I mentioned Pete Alonso.
You did mention Pete Alonso.
He did break not only the NL rookie record for home runs, but the Mets single
Single
season.
Did he win the Derby?
He
He
did
did
win
win
the
the
Derby.
Wow.
He's having a big year. And
Big
he's
me
much
Pete.
better at defense than they said.
Yeah. So, let me ask you this. Obviously, Tatis Jr. got hurt, so that Rookie of the Year candidacy is over. The race is just about over. It's Pete Alonso's to lose.
Oh, I thought you said open. I was like,
No, over. Over.
who?
Mike Soroka's the only one who really could,
No.
if he throws a
He'd have to
no-hitter
throw
and
a
then
no-hitter
three
in
straight
a-
shutouts.
Right.
And
After
yeah.
the first month, 2 of the season, I thought Chris Paddock was going to get it for sure for the Padres, but then
Really?
I did.
Huh.
He
So you were aboard that train, huh?
He was shut down.
he
yeah.
was, yeah. They sent him to the minors. He
Single A.
struggled. a
Single
little bit.
A, yeah.
Yeah.
I drafted him I don't know, 20th round in fantasy. I was
Nice little
big.
steal there.
I was big on the Chris Paddock train this year, and as soon as that season started and he was throwing lights out, I had a little excitement down under, and and let me tell you, as soon as he got sent down, as soon as he started struggling, oh man, that was rough couple weeks.
So
for
were
me.
you all aboard the Paddock over Pete train when there was all that
Oh
uproar?
yeah, I mean I thought Paddock was going to get it initially. He was pitching unbelievably. No one could touch him.
Right.
He was hitting every corner you could hit
in his
baseball.
4 innings, you mean?
You know
Yeah,
what?
No, because that was the
literally.
big thing.
He was right. Well, they had to limit him eventually, but he was pitching 6-7 innings, and for a bunch of 1-run, no-run starts, he had the lowest WHIP in baseball for a month or two. The guy was unbelievable, and yeah, they were trying to conserve him, and then guys were starting to figure him out. He just finally had a bounce back game the other night, but anyways, now it's definitely Pete Alonso. For sure.
Welcome
Yeah.
back to reality.
That's right. That's right. I had a nice couple months of Paddock,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see. Hopefully he turns it up for the fantasy playoffs. That's all I got to say.
Do you have Pete Alonso too?
No, I wish. I
Let's
wasn't,
hope you
I
don't run
wasn't
into the
smart
guy
enough to
playing him.
draft Pete Alonso.
Come on, man.
Nope.
Peter.
I missed the Pete Alonso train. But
So all right, Pete Alonso did all that great stuff. You know,
I call him Polar Bear
Le-
Pete.
yeah.
Polar
Last
Bear
question
Pete.
about Pete, real quick.
Big meat
Polar
Pete.
Do
Bear
it.
Pete.
Can he break Aaron Judge's record? Oh,
Nope.
we know he can. Will he?
remind me.
He's got 43.
He's got 42.
42. He needs
Okay.
10 more to tie. 11 to break it in another 30 games?
Another month left.
Month left, yeah.
There's 67.
Is the question, can he or will he?
Will he?
Because
we know he can.
Can absolutely.
Yeah.
28 games.
Yeah.
11
what's
and
his-
28.
I wonder what his pace is. I haven't calculated that.
He's on pace to tie.
He's
The pace, okay. And what's the?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's by home runs per at bat.
Yeah. Wow.
Will he, though?
Why are you asking the Mariners fan this? We haven't seen 50.
general
we
baseball.
we haven't seen 50 home runs in how long
2 years.
I don't know.
from the Mariners?
Oh, from the Mariners.
Mariners
First,
haven't-
first week of the season?
Yeah.
Griffey.
Yeah. In how 20 years?
Yeah.
They haven't seen that many home runs.
Yeah. 98.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna side with you guys. And I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah?
I haven't seen signs of him slowing down at all. A lot of times you see signs of second half slumps. You see rookie.
Fucking hot.
Is that a Smirnoff Ice? You just get iced.
I ain't get ice. I'm not drinking this.
A lot of times you see home run derby participants kind of fall off after, but he's been better than he's ever been this year already.
Right.
Or right now at this point still. And I mean, there's no signs that he's gonna let off the gas. He's a big, strong guy, and yeah,
Yeah.
I think he'll get there.
What do you
Just keep
think,
up
Bill?
the pace he's at.
I think, yeah, he'll hit 54.
54.
Okay.
I'm going to go. He's going to tie.
He's
I
been-
want him to break it, but I
He's
think
been
he's going to tie it.
He's been getting hot. That is the biggest cop out ever.
All right, hot take right
He's gonna
here.
tie
They get
it
to game 163.
Then he
Ooh.
breaks
One game
it.
playoff.
Then he breaks it.
And he breaks it in 163.
on a walk-off grand
On a
slam.
walk-off grand slam. There you
All
go.
right, let's go back to reality.
Yikes.
It'll be a solo shot in the first inning.
you
That's the
go.
only run they'll score.
No, it's going to be a
That's what JD
solo,
Davis-
It was
solo
a
shot
hot
in the
take.
8th, and they're going to be down 10-0.
Right, until JD Davis
All right,
comes up.
this
There you go.
podcast is brought to you by Take a
hold on.
Pitch. Love you guys. Bye.
Oh, we got the puns.
No, that just hurt my feelings.
Oh, great.
So
oh, God.
Honey.
you make puns on the Instagram page, right? And
I do. That's unfortunately all I do on the Instagram page is make too many puns.
That's
So-
how you do Instagram,
That's right.
you know?
You have to. What's Instagram without puns?
Right.
So we gave you a list of players.
Oh, gosh.
Now I don't know if you want to read off the players first. Or you want to go 1 and 1?
Man, well,
Lightning round. I'm kidding.
I don't know. Do you want to read me players? You want to read them myself? What
I'll
should
read
I
it
do
how
here?
it is.
I didn't take a picture of it like a dumbass. But
I'm going to read them to you.
You want to do a timer?
how many
I'm
you can
gonna
name in
read
like a
them.
minute? How many puns you can do in a minute?
You know what I'm
I was
saying?
gonna
Like,
say for each name.
I think
Alright, Matt's gonna
I
read
mean,
me.
You need to be quick.
I'm going to try to think of the first pun that comes to mind.
You know what I'm saying? All
Yeah.
right.
And what are we doing? We're doing a timer here for him.
First
not-
pun that comes to mind with these
I-
guys
you
on
know,
this list that you've given me.
Listen, I got the list in front of me. All right. We got Harper.
Bryce Harper, go.
Bryce Harper, huh? Well, the first one that comes to mind is Bryce baby. Of
Bryce
course.
baby. I like that.
Ice baby. Have to.
I like
Alright.
that. I like that. How about Trout?
Oh Well, there's always the fish ones
fish,
that
of
everyone
course.
could say, but my personal favorite, he was a highly touted prospect.
I'm a salmon guy.
I like that
So-
one.
I'm a salmon guy.
I've never heard
You're a
that.
salmon guy, huh?
I'm a salmon
All right.
guy.
Tim
Well,
Salmon.
Tim Salmon.
Tim Salmon was legit.
He was.
He was legit. Him and Garrett
Mic
Anderson.
drop.
Can you imagine if Tim Salmon and Mike Trout were in the same lineup
That would be unreal.
Mm.
Unreal.
and they played
Crazy.
for the Marlins?
I think something would be fishy about that, though.
Jeez Louise. How
Oh, yeah.
about Smith?
Malik
How
Smith.
about Malik Smith?
Dominic Smith?
Malik.
Donald Smith. Yo, give me that scooter.
Malik Smith?
We got Malik's.
Malik Smith. Malix. What can we do with Malix? Mal.
There's this laxative called Malox.
Malox. There
Have
you
you
go.
heard of that?
I have
you know
not.
what I'm talking? Yeah. Don't take it.
I do have
Sucks.
trouble sometimes.
Hard,
but
dude.
I
Hard.
don't. I
Listen,
don't
could have came
resort
in
to
handy
laxatives.
earlier.
I just resort to extra
I'm
buffalo
telling you,
chicken.
Extra
Um,
buffalo chicken.
No, you know what? I'm gonna go with my Greek
Right.
ancestor, Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Great, the Conqueror.
Rafael
there you go.
Devers. What do you got?
Raphael Devers. Well, one of the best games in college. Devers have I ever? Of
Oh
course.
my gosh.
How do you beat that?
The
Right?
the pun chart's off the meter right now. It's ridiculous. How about Whit Merrifield?
Whit. Man.
Whoever wrote this, their handwriting
Whit
sucks.
Merrifield.
So I'm reading hieroglyphics, man.
Come on, man. Give me some good names. I'm gonna whit your ass. Let's go. Give me some good ones.
Fair,
man.
all right, Kirby. What about Kirby Yates?
Kirby Yates, my best fantasy closer this year.
Hmm.
Great pickup.
You guys are smart.
Of course.
Well,
hey,
We tried
No.
it.
Besides Kirby, the was he Pokemon? No, the
Kirby-
Mario,
oh,
the Mario
the pink
character,
dude.
Yeah,
Super Smash
Nintendo.
Brothers.
no,
character.
Yeah.
he,
He was the best.
it's a
but-
great game.
Did you guys ever watch Roller Kirby growing up?
No.
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 It's like roller.
I'm
derby.
sure. Listen, like roller derby. That's what I got from it. For real.
Yeah, Roller Kirby. That's-
Roller
that's pretty
Kirby.
good.
I like that.
Yeah, I guess that one wasn't as obvious as I thought.
Wilson.
I thought it was gonna be.
What about listen? What
That's
about
alright.
what about Wilson Ramos? Ramos.
Wilson
Oh, that was the
Ramos.
whitest thing I've ever heard.
Sorry, yeah,
So
Ramos.
Ramos.
Sounds about white.
Ramos.
Wilson
from New York?
Ramos.
Yeah, maybe
about white.
Ramos.
Ramos.
Well, actually, you guys are. It is a name in Espanol, right? So you guys were
Sí,
talking about
sí.
Espanol before. So
Sai.
have you ever heard that song? Ramos a la playa, a mí me gusta
Oh.
baila.
They play that every time at
Yeah.
your local Mexican
Ritmo de la
restaurant.
noche, sounds of fiesta. Ramos a la playa.
I've heard that in several bars. You know, those Mexican bars.
Hell yeah.
They play. That's like their go-to
Taco
song. Everyone goes
Tuesday.
crazy. Like,
Go
oh,
Yeah.
Tuesday.
There you go,
definitely,
Wilson Ramos.
definitely. Okay, how about Max Kepler?
Max.
Don't
Kepler.
mistaken, Max Kepler with this Max over here.
No,
You
I
know,
could
he-
never.
Different.
This
yeah,
one's
really,
this
really-
one here is much better looking.
There you
Exactly.
Yeah.
go. Big
I won't
distinction.
even deny that.
Big
Yeah, yeah.
distinction. Big
He's
distinction.
German, you're Jewish.
Right. It's perfect.
Yeah,
combo.
that's
Oh,
right. Hey,
jeez.
Great
God.
combo right there.
2019, guys. Remember.
Well, I told you I was gonna come Max on this show a while
Sure,
back.
sure.
And I Kepler my promise.
Wow. Wow.
So-
How about that?
I did. I didn't
Very
let you down. I
heartfelt.
Kepler
That-
my promise.
Kepler, my promise.
That hit
I
you like
that.
right here. You know.
Yeah.
That was
Right,
a
right.
good
Yeah.
one.
So,
What about Lucas Giolito? Fuck
Say
Man,
it
you're
again?
Italian
I'm
too.
Italian. I'm
Giolito.
Italian too. Giolito. Sounds like a restaurant.
It does.
Giolitos.
I would eat at
I
Giolito.
like
Oh, I would.
Giolitos.
Giolito's, that sounds legit.
There's some-
Pizza or pasta?
Ew.
Oh,
Both.
pasta.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely the pasta.
Well,
They have
now
the
that you
illest
mentioned
chicken
Lucas
farm.
Giolito,
Yeah.
one of my favorite former or current Mets pitchers, Dylan Giolito.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was like good for a while.
Yeah.
He was like low key good.
Where's
he was,
he at now? Dylan G. Does anyone know where
Japan.
he is?
I
Okay.
follow him on Instagram.
Oh really? I was gonna
Yeah.
say high school coach. In
Yeah,
Texas.
that's
Nice.
not a bad guess.
It's one of the others. It's one of the, it's
Not
one
a
of
bad
those two.
guess.
One of the two.
I think he's actually in one of those two.
He was a coach when he first retired. I know
yeah.
that.
I think he went to Japan for a year.
Probably. I don't know.
I
Don't
know.
matter.
All right. How about Austin Meadows?
Austin Meadows, huh?
At least I can pronounce that one. You know.
That's pretty good.
Thank
That's
you.
good.
I worked hard on that one.
Yeah.
Sounds Polish.
What football team do you guys like?
I'm a Jets fan.
Steelers.
Where do they
Giants.
God damn it.
Oh no.
God damn it.
The Meadowslands. Let's go.
There you go.
God damn it.
Didn't see
the
that one
Meadows
coming.
lanes.
Walked right into that one.
Listen, I got one more.
I didn't even see that one coming.
There you go. That
I-
one's obvious, man. Come on.
I got one more on
Oh,
here,
God.
but
What
there's
do we got
not.
here?
This is the challenge one.
This looks like a curveball one. Now I'm gonna butcher
we have
this
here?
one. I'm gonna butcher this one. How about 𝐒𝐒𝐿?
No, you got it.
J-Mon Choi.
So I could
Wait,
pronounce,
so he can get that one, but he can't get the
but not
Italian one.
Ramos
He took
or
Chinese, bro.
Giolito? Mandarin
G-Man
Chinese.
Choi.
Even
Is
though
it G-Man
he's-
or G-Mon?
I think it's
Jimon.
Jimon.
Choi.
G-Mon,
G-Man
like
Choi.
Jumanji?
Oh.
There you go.
Hold up.
There you
Well
go.
done. Well done.
There you
You're
go.
going to catch me on that
Beautiful.
Instagram page
That's,
soon.
that's
That's
impressive.
right.
That's impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
Right off
Thanks,
the dome.
guys.
Right off
Doing
the
my
dome.
best.
I would have struggled like hell with half of those.
Listen, it's all about the puns, man.
That was
Oh.
good.
It's all
That-
about
no,
it.
yeah,
dude.
Thank
that
you.
was-
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Take a
that's-
pitch hasn't
that's
been more.
unfortunately what I spend way too much time in
Right.
life doing is coming up with
You're
puns.
just like in the car driving, listening to music.
See the street sign. I can make a pun out
Like,
of that.
that looks like
exactly.
a good punt, right?
Exactly.
That's the
Yeah.
best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
My
right off the
girlfriend
dome.
never gets sick of it. I swear to God.
Yeah,
she
I
loves
was-
every
yeah.
second of it.
That's good. Trooper
Just
right
kidding.
there. My girlfriend would kill me. She's like, shut up.
Yep.
Another pun.
I don't have a girlfriend, so.
That boy. Well, if you start making more puns, you might get
Right.
lucky.
You're right.
Hey,
I might
true.
have.
Yeah.
I might have to. You're right.
See that?
True. Punny.
Fuck
Yeah.
Tinder. Give me puns.
Exactly, right?
New social
you know what you
media
should do?
app idea.
You should go up to the next bar you go to. Ask them who their favorite player is. They're probably going to say Mike Trout.
Of
So
course.
you go, you know this joke? Have you heard this one yet?
No.
All right. Well, it's a great one. You
All right.
ask them, what's a fish with no eyes? A fish.
Okay, I have heard that one.
You know what?
Didn't know where you were going with the Mike Trout angle.
Well, I mean, it's the fish, you know?
No, yeah, no. I thought you were going
So-
with a pun.
No,
That hit
no pun.
differently.
Just I got a couple jokes in my
There you
arsenal.
go.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Yeah. So,
There you go.
but anywho,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that'll win her over every
Sensational.
time.
Sensational.
Yeah.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
And listen, leave your puns in the comment section of these Instagram posts, man. We
Do
want to
it.
see them.
Yeah, seriously.
We really do. The
So,
more, the merrier.
At player
Get
Tea Party,
creative.
right?
At player Tea
At
Party.
Player Tea Party.
T-E-E, remember.
Player
T-E-E.
T. And then
T-
Gotta
double
spell
E.
out the T-double-E, exactly.
Right.
right, and then at take a pitch. You
At
know.
take a pitch.
At
That's
Take a
awesome.
Yeah.
Pitch. Follow them.
Follow both accounts.
Follow us. You know what I'm saying?
And how long have you had this account going again?
It's been less than a year. It's been just about 8 months so far.
And you've got 1,000 followers.
Yeah,
Keep
we got-
going.
Can
we're
you want
up
to teach
to,
us how you did that?
It's only
real quick?
going up. It's only
a
going
lot
up.
of spamming. That's how I did
You
it.
gotta spam.
A lot
Oh,
of
yeah?
Telling
spamming.
them that.
Really?
A lot
I've
of
been
a lot
telling
of
them that.
sending people messages,
have I not
asking them to
been?
follow us, giving them some funny puns, and being real, and
Yeah.
saying no worries if you don't like our page, we appreciate it, but
Right.
anything you guys can do,
I think.
and doing a lot of trolling on
Of course.
MLB and meme pages and things like that, and basically
Right.
being that spam guy that everyone hates, but for a
Right.
good cause.
Of course.
All right.
You got to be authentic with it too. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? You got to be
Exactly.
the raw. You know, to put on like
Exactly.
a show.
Not trying to pay for
You know what I'm saying?
followers, not
Right.
trying to just follow
Exactly.
random
Or-
people.
all organic.
All
for
organic.
followers, exactly.
That's
all
what you gotta
organic.
do.
All trying to get people that I think will genuinely like the page.
Right.
I'm not going to go for Instagram models and
course.
photographers who don't care about baseball. I'm looking for
Baseball
I'm,
fans.
Yeah, I'm looking for
Established
baseball
I don't
fans.
even remember how I stumbled
Establish
upon the
your
page.
audience.
I don't remember how I found it, but I am so glad I did.
Hey,
You were probably just looking for the fourth best Instagram punny
you
page
go.
out there, and you found ours. That's what happened.
That's the algorithm.
Well, what's the first then?
There's got to be 3 more. I'm just assuming we're probably top 4.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we could be 3. We might have jumped to 3 by now.
I think top
but
3.
Maybe.
You never know.
I think top 3.
After this podcast, you might get up to 2.
That'd
Let's
be
hope.
Dream
Hey.
come true.
Keep going.
Dream come true, man. That'd
Dream
be
Keep
come
nice.
true.
pushing. Keep pushing.
What's that?
Dream come true.
Dream
right?
come true. There you go. You
shout
got me.
out, Shout out DJ.
Caught me in my own game.
I got one in.
There you go.
I am so happy I got one. in.
We'll
You're off
slide
the
that in.
schneid. You're
We'll
off the
slide
schneid.
that in.
That's
Retiring
beautiful.
on top. We're,
There you go.
Mic drop going.
You drop that mic.
I'm
I'll
not
beat the
dropping
shit
it.
out
Like,
of
don't
you.
worry.
It's a nice mic.
Broke enough of my stuff.
All right. Is there anything else y'all want to touch upon?
I mean, we know Matt's World Series
Oh.
pick.
We know.
One more
We'll
What
wrap
do you
it
got?
up. What do you want to close it with?
with the Players Weekend jerseys.
What are we wearing?
Shane Bieber.
Oh, I can't believe we forgot about this.
Oh. What's up, Shane Bieber?
We've gone off the
Shane
rails so much we
Bieber.
completely forgot about
The
this.
Cleveland Indians blossoming ace.
So let me
Yeah,
get this
kid's
straight.
good.
So Justin Bieber
So
was
hold
wi-
on,
Hold on,
go,
hold
go,
on,
go,
hold on.
go ahead.
Back-
Slow the fuck
Backstory.
down.
Go ahead.
Backstory.
Go ahead.
For the
And yes,
past,
it is too late to say sorry.
There you go.
You know the door's over there.
Atta
man.
baby.
Show him out.
Anyway, backstory. Players Weekend. Players pick their nicknames, right? Put them on the back of their jerseys. Past 2 years, Shane Bieber has picked not Justin as his Players Weekend name.
Jeez.
So, a little funny pop culture, reference.
Of course.
Probably not thinking anything of it, really.
Yeah, just for fun. Funny, So then he got sent his new Topps baseball cards.
Oh, great.
And then on the back, they wrote Justin instead of Shane.
Oh.
This is after wearing a jersey. It says not Justin, right?
Yes, this was so they make cards in the beginning of the year, middle of the year.
Right.
Okay, so
Someone better have been fired at Topps. Oh,
yeah, right.
Unreal.
So he tweeted it
I hate
out
to
with
be
a
that
circle around Justin, and I guess it ended up getting back to Justin Bieber somehow. Justin replies to it, says, "We have I feel like we have a special relationship." So therefore, there was the brewing romance of the Biebers.
How about that?
So now,
Didn't Justin post something recently on
this past week, I think it was a
Instagram?
couple days ago, maybe 2-3 days ago, Justin Bieber posted on Instagram a picture of him in an Indians jersey,
No,
not just any Indians jersey.
a Players Weekend one.
Nice.
And he said Instagram caption, thanks for the jersey at Shane Bieber. And the back of his jersey says, not Shane Bieber.
Not Shane Bieber.
Not Shane Bieber.
Not Shane
It's a
Bieber.
beautiful thing.
So now we
Honestly,
have-
I hope we get more content like that.
yeah.
I want more
That's awesome.
of this content from baseball in general.
Absolutely.
That's fun.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
baseball
fun.
players are historically known as the most boring athletes
No,
and,
yeah.
Well-
and least followed athletes in so
Yup.
many ways. And this is great. This is great
Yep.
for
Good
Good
baseball.
press.
Yeah.
And as
Great
bad
press
as
for
the
baseball.
jerseys
Press.
were, as bad as the actual the coloring and stuff like that
the
was,
black, but
the black,
the black
looked
is nice. It's a very, it is a street-looking
Right.
jersey. Like
Yeah.
the black hats with the white outlines on the
Yeah,
logos.
but for me, I just hated the fact that when you're wearing the all whites, the pitchers had to wear the black hats.
Mm.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I just didn't look. I know why they had to, but it just didn't
Distinction.
look good. It just didn't look good.
All right,
I mean,
fashionista.
yeah, but it's like you obviously have to.
No, yeah, obviously you have to do it.
you can't.
I
can't
think they
have
could have done a
pitcher
lot
wearing
better.
Literally all white. A white pitcher wearing all white.
No, I know. I
You're gonna throw
I
no
understand
hitter.
the
You're
reason.
gonna throw a perfect game.
OD.
Hang on, the Mets could have used that. All right.
Anybody could have used that.
So who do you guys like better? You guys bigger fans of Justin or bigger fans of Shane?
I'll let Billy
That's the
start.
question. That's the
Hey,
question.
let me be
Hang on,
honest.
Let me answer this with a story.
Let's hear it.
Oh, great.
I'm
Billy and I,
actually
we
intrigued
go to
by
Mets
this
games
story.
Wait, hold on.
together.
Slower. Despacito.
Alexa.
All right, rapido.
Billy and I go to Mets games together every so often, whenever we can, really. And when we drive in, the first thing we play, first artist on the playlist, and probably the only artist, really, some days, depending on how the traffic is
Yeah.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not gonna lie to you. It's a good luck charm,
So
actually.
how do you not have a girlfriend? That's what I'm wondering.
Wow.
You're playing Bieber, rolling up to the ballpark,
I
and
know.
You've seen me, right?
yeah.
Listen,
Come on, don't sell yourself short.
that's what gets you. You be confident
Be confident.
while playing Justin Bieber.
Exactly. Enjoy the Biebs.
Sing along.
Enjoy him while
I
you
gotta
can.
walk
Sing
in,
along.
you know.
Enjoy him while you can.
You're right.
Sing
No,
along.
we're rolling off to City Field blasting Justin Bieber.
There you go.
Can't beat that.
Nothing manlier than that.
No. Not
Although
at all.
Carry
Shane Bieber was an All-Star Game MVP. So
That's true.
It's a
Also,
toss-up right now.
our least liked post on or second least liked post on Instagram.
Was it really?
Gas
Yep.
it up.
Even though I thought it was
Gas it
one
up.
of the better ones, but
Listen, we have some fire edits.
it was late. It was like midnight. So
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So was our white claw.
I know,
Mm.
but that had to go up when it did.
Oh yeah.
So he went with the
The
cop-out
claw.
answer again?
What?
The tie?
It's a tie.
No, I'm gonna go Justin.
Justin, nice.
Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna cast a
Solid.
vote
I'm
for
going
Justin.
Justin, easy.
I'm casting a vote
Solid.
for Justin.
But Shane is making a run
Shane,
though.
Shane is getting a few check marks in my book, though.
So
What's
am I
your
going to be the
answer?
odd man out and pick Shane?
Oh, great.
I think I have to be.
You can
Yeah,
pick
you
not
gotta
do it.
Justin.
You got to be the bald one.
Not
bald
Justin
one.
for sure. Yeah,
You
no.
can pick not Justin.
Shane's shown a lot of potential and a lot of great stuff this year. He had flashes last year. He had what, mid-4s ERA, something like that
Something
last
like
year.
that, yeah.
But he had a couple solid outings.
Yes.
He throws gas. He paints corners.
And he's not even the best
And-
pitcher on that staff.
Yeah.
Mike Clevenger.
Right
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Right now. Yeah, right now.
He will be.
For sure.
But going back to the
Um,
Shane or Justin question.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, All-Star Game MVP. He could be the key to their playoff push if
He
he
could be.
pitches another couple great outings. He carried his strikeout momentum at least from last year into this year. The ERA has improved significantly. And he's one of the rising stars in the league, and that right there alone brought so much, like you said, press publicity to baseball that, I mean, who knows? That could be a huge bump that baseball needs, getting into the mainstream, like artists-wise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm going
Now
to take Shane.
Now the real question is, what do the ladies like?
Well,
What do you think your girlfriend's
well,
answer is
their
gonna be?
ladies?
What do you think your girlfriend's
Or
answer is gonna
my
be?
lady.
Let's go your lady. Your lady.
My lady is a big Shane Bieber fan,
Yeah?
personally. She knows everything about Shane Bieber. She knows his stats by heart.
It's commitment.
What's his FIP?
She knows everything. She knows all his
His
pitches.
V war.
She knows,
Oh.
she knows his WAR. She knows his ERA, WHIP, everything like that. Games started.
Big Shane Bieber fan.
Big,
huh?
huge, third biggest Shane Bieber fan I've ever seen in my life.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah. But
We love that. We love that.
yeah, so she really likes Justin. But anyways,
Man, it's been fun.
but
Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah,
yeah,
seriously.
hey, appreciate
thank
it,
you.
boys. This was a blast, pleasure.
Yeah.
Anytime you're in the area, let us know, man.
Thanks for having
Always
me on,
welcome.
too.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that.
It was nice
Oh,
to
yeah,
have
you're
a
always
a
around.
Yankee fan.
No, this was fun.
Executive producer Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so
Yours
much. Go
truly.
follow, take a pitch. They rock.
And
Yeah.
at Player Tea
Appreciate
Party.
that.
At Player
TEE.
Tea Party.
Damn right.
Not the
Yep.
Boston Tea Party.
No.
Don't get it. Don't get it
Well, hang on.
twisted.
Technically, he is the Boston Tea Party.
That's true.
Oh, wow.
Spelled differently, but
Spelled
I am.
differently, but
I am
it's
the
the
Boston
effort that
Tea Party.
counts.
There you
It's
go.
the effort
That should be your
counts.
personal page right there.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
This has been Take a Pitch episode. We don't even know anymore.
Episode Player Tea Party.
Player Tea Party episode. There you
I
go.
like it.
All platforms.
Yeah, check us
Apple
out.
Podcasts, Spotify, you name it, man.
Subscribe,
There.
rate,
Rocket
review,
Cast.
unsubscribe, resubscribe
Rocket
if you
Cast.
want. Yeah.
Make it look like
beautiful.
they have an extra subscriber.
There you
Yeah,
go.
right? All right.
So, yeah, it's been Take a Pitch. Peace.
Later, skater.
Love you.